WideSide Sports. Welcome into the program, everybody. We're back and better than ever. Seth is sweating, and we're ready to go.
Yeah.
Looks like a sweaty ball sack on a hot summer day. I don't know what those look like. I don't look at mine.
My balls? I've had a pretty good wiener week, actually.
Have you?
Yeah. It's been kind of warm out, and I've had some baggy shorts on and been
some lengthening going.
Yeah, it's been nice. I'm like,
Feel like I'm hung.
Well, I was like walking. I was walking on the practice field, and I'm like, I can feel it. I can feel it moving back and forth. This is a good day. Getting excited for football.
Look back to the wife and go, hey, is it? It's not going out the bottom of the shorts, is it?
You can't start to smell it, can you?
I want the head to get burnt.
Yeah. Speaking of heads getting burnt, man, I have that problem where I tell myself that if I wear my hat frontwards during like practice and stuff that I can't see for some reason.
Yeah.
So I wear it backwards, and then I have like the tan line. So the top part of my head is white.
Yeah.
And then my face is bright red.
So if you have your hat on forward, you can't see?
For some odd reason.
I think you're wearing hats wrong.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because it's designed to help you see is what a hat is for.
No, it's I have no clue what it is. I've always done that. Not like just when I was coaching. I'll wear a hat normal when I'm walking. Well,
that works out because you have a backwards hat head.
I do.
I do not.
Yeah.
I look like a fucking chud if I put my hat on backwards. And not to mention, the hat is more comfortable on backwards.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
I'm wearing one of your fitted ones.
Mm-hmm.
It's the newer one that you gave me.
Yeah.
I need to go the next size up. It's a little snug. But if I keep the haircut, which I don't always do.
Fits a little better.
Yeah. I cut it the other day, so
That's good.
I cut my own hair, obviously.
Yeah. But it looks so good.
Super talented.
Yeah. I cut my own hair too.
Yeah. But it was a little snug the other day. And obviously you sweat and it shrink. I'm like, I feel like I'm starting to get a headache here. Hat might be a little tight.
Yeah, but it's I honestly I couldn't tell you why it was a thing. It was always a thing, and I don't know. It makes no sense because I can see perfectly fine with it frontwards.
Yeah.
Perfectly fine.
Yeah.
No issue there. But I wear it back. I think I can remember even being a kid thinking like, I hate the look of this hat forwards. Like I'm just going to put it backwards. Yeah. Even as a kid, I just wore it backwards. I had to run laps at Little League Baseball because I wore my hat backwards at practice. We wear it frontwards. I'm like, no.
That was always, oh, God.
No, I'm not
all
going
the
to do that.
fucking rules. Like, I understand wearing it forward. It's keep the sun out of your eyes so you don't get hit in the face with a baseball. Like, I get it.
Theirs was
but
like, it doesn't look respectful if you have it.
Professional.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm 10.
No facial hair. Well, Dad won't let me use the razor yet.
That was always the worst. Put your hat. I'm like, I'm catching pop flies with my bare hand. Okay, let me have my hat backwards, please.
That was always one as a freshman. Our coach, the one whose son quit in the middle of the game and they got in a fight.
Yeah.
He was a JV coach like the year or two before, and the guy that was a coach, like his thing is like he always, when you were just standing there, like, and you had your glove on, like your glove had to be turned and open, like you were ready to field a ball at all fucking times. So he, carried this over, same thing.
Yeah.
Of like, what the fuck are we doing?
There's not even anybody.
We're just standing here and you're talking to us.
There's not even anybody at the plate right now.
You gloves got to be ready to catch the ball.
Okay.
All right.
Well,
I'm playing first base and they're all right-handers and this guy can't throw hard enough for them not to fucking pull it. So
go ahead and just.
But it was always that of like, it's just stupid shit like that.
Yeah.
At the time, obviously, you don't think of anything like that. But now looking back, of like, well, that's just fucking stupid.
Yeah.
That was the thing too of when you're running, like you weren't allowed to bend over and put your hands on your knees to catch your breath.
Yeah.
Always arms up over your head. Well, the study has came out from fucking doctors of like, that's like the worst thing you can do. Actually, bending over and putting your hands on your knees is the best way to get oxygen into the body.
Yeah.
Of like, Motherfuckers.
Yeah. See, to me, it was never. Anytime that I always tell them like, don't look tired. That's why I always tell them stand up.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with catching their breath. I mean, if you need to take a knee to catch your breath. I don't care. But I'm like, why don't you stand up straight? Why don't you look like a man? Well, that's what I always tell them. Like we ran 3 sprints and you're already on your knees. Like this is an issue. You need to get in shape, man. But I always look back on it like stuff that I've said as a coach is like, I bet these kids are like, what the fuck is he making us do that for? You know, like this guy's 100%. Dumb as shit.
That was what I always thought. I was watching, just clipping through on. Obviously, when I played baseball, it's like YouTube wasn't a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like now, like you can, even if you just golf or whatever. I mean, there's so many tips and stuff. People can learn how to play golf just on fucking YouTube. Fuck, you can learn how to play golf on TikTok.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, honestly. Uh-huh. But I was just watching it. It was just a clip. Bronson Arroyo, this girl and a boy, and he's talking about pitching, and he just like the thought process of this. You put your finger here, because if you have this be the last finger to leave, that's where all your power comes from. So you don't ever want it off to the side. You want it in the center, and you have like. I didn't know any of that shit. No. I didn't throw hard enough for it to be a fucking problem. But if that would have gave me an extra 2 mile an hour, that was probably a big deal.
Yeah.
But, like all the little tricks of how to throw a cutter, how to be a better, how to curveballs.
Yeah.
I mean, all that information that's just fucking available to everybody. Like, there's with nothing.
Like it's not impossible.
And if you're coach at a small school like we had that possibly didn't know it was just there to coach. Of like,
yeah, for sure.
You're not helping anybody.
Yeah. Like I always in my mind, I'm like, it's not impossible to suck, but it's almost impossible not to know how to do something because you can just look it up.
Yeah,
it'll tell you how to do it, and there's different ways to do different things. But it's like you should know you should know what this is. If you really like the sport, you should kind of learn
into
about it. Yeah,
because that was always one too. Of it was just when I threw my curveball, it was I didn't hold it. I tucked my thumb under, so when I threw it and I started the spin, I could flick my thumb to get more rotation
on it.
Pretty decent break on it, and that was just something I came up with, and it's like, it's all about spin rates on everything and whatever you like.
Okay.
See?
Yeah. See? I didn't know this.
I didn't know all this shit.
I didn't know I was an innovator.
I don't think I innovated anything. I think that was a pretty standard thing that a lot of people did. It just,
but I think
I didn't have that information.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, if you didn't know something and you figured it out, and then you come like, oh, did I figure it out on my own?
Yeah.
Like, you kind of feel like you're a little good about yourself there.
Yeah, that was. I remember in Little League getting in trouble. Not getting in trouble, but always asking because you obviously were only, I don't know how you guys were, but you could only throw fastballs.
Oh, okay.
There's no breaking stuff when we played Little League.
I don't remember.
Straight fastball.
Yeah.
Apparently, however I gripped the ball, I threw it like a little cutter, I guess, because the umpire kept saying, hey, this thing's breaking like 6 to 8 inches. Like, I don't suck. And Dad would come out and be like, are you throwing a curveball? I'm like,
I'm trying to.
I don't even know how to throw a curveball. I mean, because that's a no-no.
Yeah. I don't know how to do that.
I don't know how to do any of that.
Are you throwing a cutter? No.
Honestly, in the Little League that we play in, I'm just trying to throw it over the fucking plate.
I don't have a knife on me. I'm not throwing a cutter.
Yeah.
I feel that way, though, if I'm playing golf and I, whatever, do something on a drive, and the next one it's like fixed. I'm like, hey, there we go. Then the next one it's back to normal. But
I do like to, because I get people asking me about golf questions all the time. And they're like, well, I was watching this tutorial, and it was like how Tiger does it. It's like, well, fucking stop, right? You shouldn't be watching that. You're not Tiger Woods.
Yeah, exactly.
It just don't.
No, I would never watch a tutorial if he's telling how he does it. If he's just explaining how to do it in general.
Yeah.
I'll listen.
If he's starting out as like, hey, for, amateur players.
Yeah. Okay.
If he says that,
I'm in.
Listen.
Yeah.
If he's talking about, well, how I do it.
Yeah.
I mean, cool. You can watch it because it's cool to watch, but like, you can't fucking do it because you're not him. So
I was listening to, it was just a golf. expert, coach, whatever you want to call it, and he was talking about backspin.
Yeah.
And the way that whatever you get underneath, you swing your club, and then it gets the rotation on the ball.
Right.
And I'm like, I'm not even sure I could get underneath the ball enough to get up. You know what I'm saying?
It's not even that, really. It's the pinch of it. The way I always explain it to people is if, you know how like those little plastic golf balls or whatever on your floor, how if you just step on the side of it, it jumps and then it spins back. It's that.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't, there's
downward angle hitting the ball first.
Yeah. And that's what it looked like because they obviously slowed it down and it just looks like a slingshot kind of thing. And I was like, dude, if I tried that, I would have either one, hit the ball into the ground, or two, I would smack it a mile. I mean, there was no other in between. It's funny. It's funny because if you go back to, yes, all right, I coach things, but I hate getting coached.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? As an adult, I'm like, if somebody gives me a tip, I'm like, I'm not going to, I can't fix that right now. I'm 27. I've been golfing for 15 years now. I'm not going to fix my swing. I'm not a professional. I golf 7 times a year.
Well, I'll just let you know here in a couple of weeks when we end up playing together.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to give you any tips.
I know.
And I might laugh.
That's fine. When do we don't laugh? When we golf together?
But I obviously, one guy play golf, he wants tips all the time because he's not, his short game is just not good.
Yeah.
I mean, like he gets a little chunky, he gets a little, his bunker shot's way too quick and it's just been a constant thing of like, hey, where's the weight in your stance? Goes toward the front. If like just, hey, this is how you hit this shot.
Yeah.
You see me hit it, you say, I want to learn how to hit that shot. I'm telling you, this is how you hit this shot.
Yeah. Yeah. People always laugh at me when they golf with me because I don't take a practice swing.
Yeah, I don't either.
I just get up there and hit it. And they're like, I just think it's funny. You get up there and hit it. I'm like, what else are you supposed to do? The only time I will take a practice swing is if I'm chipping because I want the right speed with my club. That's about it. Other than that, it's like,
I just do like a half back, like a wrist set on my driver.
Yeah.
But for the rest, like I got a couple buddies that take full fucking practice swings before every shot. And by the end of the round, I'm like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
Then as soon as I go, oh man, I'm tired. It's like, well, you've technically played 36 holes.
Yeah.
I mean, what the fuck?
I bet you are tired. The people that make me mad are the amateur golfers who think they're really, really good.
Yeah.
And they take 10 minutes to read a green.
Oh my God.
It's like you can take 3 steps back away from your ball, look at the green and tell which way it's rolling.
Yeah.
It's not rocket science.
Yeah.
You can just tell. It's usually one way or the other. I mean,
usually you can feel it.
Yeah. Walk around, walk the green. Look at it. I mean, it's going downhill. It's going uphill. Right or left.
The one that has gotten me, obviously tour players do it, but they're at a different level, and people watch that and think that'll make their game better. But the line on the golf ball, when they're lining that up for the putt, of like, and then, then they'll back up and then they'll come back and adjust. Of like, you haven't made a putt ever. Like, if you can't look and just pick a fucking target line and line up to it, I mean, what the fuck are you doing?
The line, dude, this would have been like 3 years ago now. They're talking about getting a good line on a golf ball. Like they were like, oh, I don't like to play with this ball because it doesn't have a good line on it. And I was like, oh yeah. What the fuck are they talking about? Good line. I had no clue. Like the black line is what they're talking about until like last week. That's no joke at all.
Well, that was multiple generations of the Pro V1 before they started putting that line on there.
Yeah.
I mean, that was never a thing. Because they sold those little plastic clips you'd clip on a ball and you take a Sharpie and put a line on it.
Yeah.
But it's just like, if you can't, and when you're on the practice green, are you doing that?
Yeah.
Because if you're not doing it on the practice green, don't do it on the fucking course.
Yeah. I was just like, I don't like to play with those balls because they're too expensive.
Yeah.
If mine doesn't have a cart mark on it, I don't usually play with it.
Because I play, obviously, I don't know, I don't buy fucking golf balls anymore.
Yeah.
And, but I find a lot of brand new ones. We don't look all that hard anymore.
Yeah.
But I play, like there's a lot of Pro V1s out there, and I play a Pro V1X.
Yeah.
Which is, like a lot of people don't play that ball.
Is that the one with like the soft or the distance?
No, it's harder.
It's harder, okay.
It's a Pro V1, but it's hard. It doesn't spin as much as the Pro V does. Because
Gotcha.
I spin the ball a lot, so I need a harder ball to lessen the load.
Yeah.
But I can't find many of those things. People don't fucking play them.
Yeah. Yeah. When the golf course that my uncle lived on was still a golf course, we'd go up there and he's like, dude, it was backed up. We were on like a par 3 and there's literally two twosomes. I don't know, they could have been a foursome. I don't know, but they were in front of us, so we were kind of just still putting on the green. Then we kind of moseyed our way on. He's like, just stop, because it was a links course. So, right off the edge there's like the little weeds and stuff like that. He's like, just walk along there. I was like, okay. Found 11 Pro V1s.
Yeah.
Because like the old guys up there, if they hit it, they ain't looking in there. I'm like, oh my God, he goes, and they're all Pro V1s. He's like, I haven't found, if I look through there, he goes, the only thing I may ever find is just another kind of Titleist ball. Like, whew, that was nice.
I played in a Northern Ohio PGA thing there. The greens were usually pretty quick there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what is that place even open still?
Yeah,
is
kind
it?
of. For the people on the...
Yeah. So I don't know how it got, but they were always usually pretty quick. But it was so fucking windy that day that they didn't mow the greens.
Ooh.
And you had to hover your putter because the ball would just start blowing. And if you ground it and it moves, it's a stroke. So you have to hover it of like, fucking Christ. So I only finished second. Yeah. Made $400.
Nice. It was always a nice course. I always liked playing up there because it was hard, but it was always open. Yeah. So it was like, okay, this is nice, But I remember up there, and when I was younger, still till really kind of to today, but I was always known for just like losing a ball. Yeah. I would always lose balls. I could lose a ball in the middle of just like the plain rough. Yeah. Just because, one, I don't look very well, and two, if I don't see it within 2 sweeps, I'm just going to drop because I don't care that much. And we're like on hole 8, and Mike was like, hey, man, you did really well. You haven't lost the ball. I was like, I know, it's crazy, I lost 6 by hole 11. That's no joke. I was like, fuck, you jinxed me. He's like, I should have said anything. I'm like, oh yeah, this was bad.
Remember, there's a guy that was always out at the golf course, lived right down the street from me, Joe was his name. He's an old guy. And this is when that golf course first opened. Okay. They'd went up there and played, and obviously that creek that runs through it. Mm-hmm. He goes, I got tired of losing golf balls, and then I was laying up short of the creek even when it wasn't there. It just looked like it should have ran through there. He goes, I'm laying up when I could have hit it.
That's funny.
I remember that. It was one of the better putts. I can't remember what hole number it was, but when I was at that other golf course, the guy that I was leasing it off of, his son was like a super good fucking player. He gets called the Corn Ferry Tour now. He Monday qualified for the one in Cincinnati. I mean, he missed the cut, but he, was inside the ropes. That's cool. A feat in itself. Yeah. It hit the ball a ton. Uh-huh. But we went up there, and I just hit like this big sweeping hook. It was like pin was front right, and I hit it back left. And it was that one that's like that really oblong kind of fucking like a 70-foot putt. Yeah. I didn't mark it, didn't clean my ball, nothing. Just walked up there, and they were both looking at me. I go, well, there's no reason this shouldn't go in. I fucking hit it, just jarred it.
That's the best.
That kid, I brought him over to Colonial to play in just playing an outing. I said, hey, you want to go over? We'll play. Obviously, it was running late like normal. Yeah. So we get there, jump out of the car, and like they're doing the announcements. Nice. Throw our bags on, and we start on 12. We get out of the cart. He tees it up, just gives it like one of those quick stretch. Yeah. Doesn't even, no practice swing. Gets up, knocks it over the green.
Oh, shit. Jesus Christ.
That
Jesus Christ.
Like his 5-iron was like 215. Yeah. I mean, it was like.
Yeah, the dude just
hit it a ton.
Just because he was a big guy, tall guy. I mean,
nope, 5'8".
Just like I just had some power, had
spark
some hip.
plug kind of look.
Yeah,
but I mean, just freaking crushed it.
Makes sense.
Then he was playing on a little mini tour down in Florida. Like they owned a house down there, so he was playing on that. And then where he practiced at, got being friends with this guy that was in the Red Sox organization.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember the guy's name.
Yeah.
But they just played a lot of golf together. Well, then, then that guy obviously goes up, gets called up to the Red Sox. His first at bat, fucking grand slam.
Oh, shit.
It's like, that's got to,
that's
now
awesome.
He stayed up for like 2-3 weeks and then went back down. It was like,
yeah.
That's man,
great.
You were in Boston, in Fenway. Your first at bat, bases loaded, grand slam.
That's badass.
Why else do you got to do?
Yeah, why am I hitting again? That's awesome. That's fantastic. That'd be some shit right there.
How would that be?
Yeah, first at bat, grand slam. Send me back down, boys. Yeah, I'm fine.
I don't need to. I don't need to play anymore.
No, I am good.
I don't know if the Red Sox won that year, but you were on the team long enough that you would have got a ring if they did.
Yeah, it is crazy. You don't have to be on the team that long to still get the ring.
Yeah,
that's like all like with the NBA, but the Lakers traded like Patrick Beverly away and Russell Westbrook, and they're like, man, I hope the Lakers win the ship. We'll get a ring. They're like tweeting back and forth to each other.
Yeah,
I'm like, you guys were on the team for like 8 weeks. Like, how long do you have to be on? You know what I mean? It's like, how long do you have to be on the team? What's the minimum? Do you know?
I don't know.
I mean,
probably if you're on the active roster for a week, you probably get one.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if you get like a practice squad. I don't know if they're the same as obviously the player and the personnel rings are different.
Yeah.
They're not.
Yeah.
Hey, we're not spending $90,000 on the fucking ring for the assistant to the general manager.
An assistant to the general manager.
But I
want to. What if it's like a wedding band? It just says 2020.
Well, that was a weird thing, like being down at the Reds when you first walk through.
Yeah. Like their Hall of Fame.
Yeah, and you look at their World Series rings from the 70s.
Yeah.
And it's a fucking class ring.
Yeah, exactly what it is. It's like, man,
I'm not so sure that Jostens doesn't still make the rings.
They might. Yeah, I mean,
they used to make all the Super Bowl rings and everything, but mainly because there's probably not a ring company that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can mass produce it like they can.
Look at the Chiefs one last year. I mean, it looks like it is, as big as a golf ball on your finger. Yeah. Like, bigger.
And that was kind of one of the things of it was like they got bigger, but it was one of the years that the Patriots won that they took it to the next level of Jesus Christ. I mean, and I think that was Jostin still then.
Yeah. Or the one where they put like the 5 trophies on it.
Yeah.
That one was big.
But that was, and that was one guy that was a member. He was on Ohio State's national championship team for basketball in like 61 or whatever it was.
Yeah.
And then he worked for Jostens. That's what he did.
Oh, okay.
And he had his championship ring. It looked like a fucking pinky ring.
Yeah.
It was like,
yeah. The Super Bowl ring, the last 50 when Denver won, I thought it was cool because it was the blue outline of the Bronco in like a blue diamond. And then they had the orange diamond. And I was like, oh, okay. Because typically it's just a plain diamond and then, maybe a little color, but it was like the whole blue out. I'm like, oh, okay. It looks expensive, but
yeah. Well, yeah, they look like has to be because like the engraving and stuff on the side even still looks like Jostin's engraving.
Yeah, for my class ring, I got one of the big Super Bowl looking rings.
Did you?
Yeah, I didn't get the real diamonds. It was still only like $150, but because there's that option, you can get real diamonds in it for your class ring. There's an option on the online. It was like, I made this. It has like my initials on top of it, and then whatever class, and then right at the very end, it's like real diamonds, $1,700, fake diamonds, $150. $150. Like,
there's another one you talk about, like when you're coaching, and then you realize later of like, who the fuck needs a class ring?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I have one. I don't know where it's at.
I don't know where mine is.
I don't know where my fucking degree is, to be honest with you. But it was, just like the fucking silver with the red, and then it had like the ram head that you could see under it of like, everybody gets them, but then like nobody fucking wears them.
No, because you're a nerd if you wear it.
Because why would you fucking wear that?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. There was a thing like, I remember my girlfriend in high school asked for it, and she wore it like on her necklace. I was like, yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, that was a thing.
It's weird.
No. They used to. It used to be like wrap yarn around it.
Yeah, and she wore it on. She wore it as like a necklace. I was like, well, that's weird.
That's gonna weigh 900 fucking pounds.
Yeah, I say I have a 13. That's my ring size is a 13. So it's big fucking.
Hey, is your head coming down for this? No, it's just your ring, Dragon.
Yeah.
But that is the thing. Like just all the shit.
Quit hitting me in the face with it. Take that off.
But like when you think about like when Jostens comes in, because whatever, they sit you in the room and they go through their sales pitch.
Yeah.
Like the different, if you do this and then you get this and this and this, of like, then you start thinking about it, it's like, who the fuck needs all this?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like all this like class of whatever t-shirts and jackets and hats, fucking gloves.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what?
No.
I mean, what is this?
Yeah.
And it's like $1,200 for this package of bullshit.
Yeah.
I mean,
so Justin still comes to the schools and they have a rep and everything. So they're at my school, and they always come in the morning as like the people are walking in the front doors. They're sitting there and go and try on your class ring, freshmen, and then like they'll have like they'll come in later in the year to get the caps and gowns for the seniors.
Yeah.
Freshmen are coming in, they're trying them on and everything, and then like it's like 2 hours go by. I get a call from the principal. Hey, come down to my office. We got to talk. I was like, okay. He's like, somebody stole a Jostens ring. And I was like, oh, okay. It's like, do we know who it is? They're like, no, but we basically interviewed like our troublemakers. You know, as like he's like, I went you in here just to see, so you can see who came through, because I was sitting up front and that was one of my morning duties. Okay. Interview all the troublemakers. They're like, no, I don't have it. Like, we searched them, everything. I mean, there's like 11 kids that we have coming in. And I'm like, I was like, from memory, I just started naming off kids that I remember coming in and seeing it. So we ended up going through like the whole freshman class, and it was like the straight A female student freshman who had it. She thought that was the ring they got. She tried it on and it fit, so she thought that was her class ring.
Ow.
You didn't. Yeah. She didn't know you customized it. Like, it was just to see what size you had on.
It's always the smart ones that like don't get the.
No, she was like, she goes, yeah, it's right here. Like, she was wearing it.
Yeah.
And she's like, I thought it was my ring. They're like, no, it
doesn't have your name on it or anything.
No, like it literally, it's plain. Like it has like a red like diamond on it.
Yeah.
That was it. She's like, I thought it was mine. I'm like, and we just laughing. It's like, yeah, no, like we know you didn't. She goes, I'm really sorry. I'm like, yeah. Like, you're wearing it. Like, you didn't steal it.
That's a funny thing, too. It was like the sales pitch of all that shit of like, why are you even pitching to the kids? They don't get to make this decision.
Yeah. They're not paying for it.
They don't have.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
They have the same thing. I don't know. We talk about like Letterman jackets and shit like that, too. Of like, what the fuck?
I loved my Letterman jacket.
Yeah.
I did. I wore it every day. I mean, I would wear it as like my clothes.
No shirt, just rocking a fucking varsity jacket.
Sometimes. After practices, if I just walk back out to the car, just throw that on real fast. No, like, you couldn't wear a cutoff in school, right? You either had to be, you couldn't show a nipple. My cutoffs were a little
learn that later in life too, as an adult.
I can't do it at work. Where can I wear this?
Why can't I have my nipples out at work?
And then it's like, ooh, it's got to be factory hemmed. I'm like, I'm not buying a factory hemmed cutoff. I'm not my father.
That was your thing.
Yeah.
You came up with the factory hemmed thing because the other guy, I didn't care about the cutoffs. It's just yours was way too fucking aggressive.
Well, I was like, I'm not my father. I'm not buying a factory hemmed sleeveless shirt, okay? So I would just wear a cutoff to school and just throw my Letterman jacket over and just wear it all day.
It's weird as fuck, dude.
I had a lot of letters and shit, so it was cool.
Be like those guys with the wrestlers have all the pins on.
I did. I mean, I didn't power lift, so I didn't have the medal, but I had all like all the pins you get, all the awards and stuff like that. But yeah, it was cool. I wore it. It was better. But again, I played every sport every season, so I wasn't going to, I mean, as a cutoff, I could just wear it to practice and then be fine. So it made sense to me.
So you just wore your jacket through school all day?
Yep.
Didn't get hot?
Oh, yeah. I mean, sweat my ass off, but I had a cutoff on. So I was wearing shorts.
So that seemed worth it.
Wearing shorts. Didn't matter.
Just wear a t-shirt.
Yeah, good. I mean, in the wintertime when they turned the heat on, it was like, yeah, I got to take this jacket off.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, I wore it all the time. It was nice. It was the warmest coat I ever had. I remember shoveling snow in it because it was, it was warm.
Yeah.
We have that big yard tractor, legit with a bucket and everything. I just go around to, like neighbors' houses and just plow out their driveways for them in my Letterman jacket. It was like.
Because mine was,
warm.
I think I said that because mine, obviously I wasn't good enough to letter at football, so I got mine for baseball.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't start playing golf until I was like a junior.
Yeah.
So I send the jacket back in to get golf put on it. Like my golf letter's not on the jacket.
Yeah.
And it still just says baseball. I'm like,
well, that's like, it was like my Christmas gift. And I already had my football letter. I was getting a basketball letter. And then, and I was like, I don't know if I wanted, I was okay at throwing, but I didn't know if I really wanted to do, I didn't really like track. So
yeah.
My mom put it on there and she didn't put track and field. She just put track. It says football, basketball, track. I'm like, nobody's going to believe that I just read that. If anything, you should have just put field.
100-meter hurdles.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. It's stupid.
I just run through them.
I ended up, honestly, I only did it my freshman year because I knew I had to get a letter for it because really, like the rule was like 15 points. I'm like, I got that in 2 meets. Like it was.
I don't feel like I could have got that. I don't know what you got to do to get points. I don't know what that means.
You place in like first place is 10 points for your team, and then like second is like I think it was 10, 8, 6, 4, and that's you place your top 4.
Gotcha.
Top 4 scores. So.
Did junior high track because everybody kind of did junior high track.
Yeah.
Little shot put and discus.
Yeah. Not track, not just track.
Dude, those track meets fucking suck.
As a player then and then being a coach now, I would have hated my ass during my senior year of track because I made a deal with the coach. I wasn't going to do it because I just didn't like it. The track meets, I didn't like other people from other schools. I didn't want to hang out with them. And that was all track was. Like, we could hang out. I'm like, I don't want to hang out with anybody. And I was like, I'm not sitting here this fucking long. Like, I could go do something after this. I'm done in an hour. Like, my events are done within the first hour of this 4-hour meet. So he's like, hey, are you gonna do it? I'm like, no. I don't really have any interest. He's like, okay. It's like, what can I do to get you to play? And I was like, can I drive to the meets and don't make me stay? And he goes, deal.
Yeah.
I was like, what? He goes, yeah, that's fine. I was like, okay. I felt obligated to stay for a lot of meets because I'm like I feel bad. Like there's like nobody else is getting to do this.
Yeah.
But I would stay for like the big invitationals because I just cheer on everybody else. But like the little like tri meets, like I watched a couple of races and then I just like snuck out the back. It's like I'm not staying for.
I just remember, obviously the field events go for because they don't need the room.
Yeah.
They're just off in their own.
Yeah.
Being at like whatever the county meet thing or whatever in junior high of like, especially at the junior high side of like the field events, like 45 minutes they're over.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm just gonna fucking sit here for like 3.5 more hours.
Yeah. I don't have any money.
We don't have enough kids to run all the events for one thing. So it's like, all right, the next event's like in an hour.
Yeah.
Like, so we're not even competing in this shit right now.
Yeah. When I coached track as much as I hated it, I coached it because
check, man.
Check. It was the best check and the easiest thing I've ever done in my life. It's essentially 2 months of actual work because your meets don't start till like the last week of March, first week of April.
Yeah.
And you're done before Memorial Day. So it's like you start practices like the first week of March. So you're really 3 months, 2.5 months of work.
Yeah.
And you get like, they only pay 3 coaches. So you got like you didn't get like a half a contract. You got like a full like assistant. I'm like, make more money right here than I did at the other ones.
They're not going to ask me to say anything about running.
No, exactly. Yeah, it was a good check, but I felt the same way. I'm like, my coaching's done. And I have to sit here and watch these kids. This stinks.
Yeah. It's just.
Ugh.
fucking watch them run.
Yeah.
Gotta watch them do all these distance things.
Well, that was the best part about
This
leaving.
is 2 mile.
Yeah.
The fuck?
The best part of like leaving my old school, then coming to the new one. It was like, yeah, I don't have any obligations to coach track at this new school. Like the head coach came out. He's like, hey, I'm looking for a throwers coach. I'm like, keep looking. don't ask me. He's like, well, didn't you do it? I was like, yeah, but just because I felt obligated because the guy was so nice.
We had, and I one of the golf courses I was at, like we shut down a time in October. We had a college conference cross country.
Gotcha.
They're, like all the fucking 10 schools or whatever it is. And all I have for reference is junior high track and field of how long shit takes.
Yeah.
Like the distance runs, how fucking long that takes.
Yeah.
And what's cross country is like 5 miles or some shit like that.
It's a 3.2. It's a 5K.
Or 3.2.
Yeah, it might be different for college,
I don't know.
A high school one.
First, and then the way they route it, they painted the whole fucking course up. It's like, hey man, like you could just run like the fucking front 9 is that. If you just run the fucking golf course, it's that. But it's like they're weaving across and going back and like,
fairway,
what do you just run alongside the fucking cart path? That's what I mean. So, I had to bring people in because obviously there's going to be a lot of parents and stuff there. So, we had a grill. We're, cooking. The speed in which that fucking thing was over.
Dude, it was like a half hour.
Yeah. It was like, okay. The boys team ran, girls team ran. All right, we're done. It was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
The amount of people that puke at the fucking finish line in a college event is shocking.
Oh, really? You figure they'd be used to
all of them, right next to the bunker there on 18. It was like, hey, I mean, because I had like a little event after that.
Yeah,
like, this is like, don't hit it left on 18 because it's fucking puke everywhere.
Well, I remember I didn't want to go to watch my, Brady was still in high school when I was coaching and stuff. I was like, that's why I like coaching a fall sports. I don't have to go watch this fucking thing.
Yeah.
And he made it to like districts or regionals or something or other. And so I had to go and I'm pissed off. I'm like, fucking be here. This is stupid. I don't watch him run. You don't even see him the whole time. No, you see him start and you see him finish.
So you didn't even see him start.
Oh, really?
No, because it was at Lost Creek.
Mm-hmm.
They started on like fucking by 2 green.
Oh shit!
And then ran back to one and then back to 2, and then of like,
that's weird.
Why the fuck
did you do that?
Are you doing that?
Yeah, no. So this one, it's like you can't even see. Like you can see him 3 times during this meet when they start, when they finish, and then there's like a gap of like
you can see through the trees.
Yeah, through the trees where you can see him. And I'm like, oh fucking, this is stupid. And it's like, just calm down. She's like, I was like, it's gonna last like 25 minutes. I'm like, oh yeah, okay. He's like, yeah, no, it was like 26. It's like, oh, okay, this isn't that bad.
Yeah, it's not. He's just fucking around on my phone for that.
Yeah, so when our kid at Perry won state at the cross country meet, we went down there and watched, and I'm like, we drove an hour and a half to watch this kid run 17 minutes. Because he was first by about 500 yards. Like he crushed, he beat the shit out of everybody. We're celebrating. He's like walking towards it, and we have like a big, fan section there. He's like pointing at us and stuff, and like we're all clapping and cheering for him. And then like second place finishes. It's like, man, I already said congrats. Like we can leave. Like we don't have to stay and congratulate him. We had plenty of time to do that before the race was over.
Well, I think what got the kids, because I don't even know how much they get to see of the course before they fucking run it, because I don't remember them driving around it.
You can, now this is high school. I don't know college rules. You can go down the night before and they walk it.
And they might have done that. I don't remember.
Just so you have like basically an understanding of where you're going.
But it was, they finised on 18.
Uh-huh.
So the last run, they had to run that fucking giant 2-tier hill. Guessing that's where the puking came in of like, Jesus, because that thing is fucking steep.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, like golf carts struggle getting up that sometimes.
Especially if I'm on one, but no, I'm with, it's a steep ass hill. Yeah.
Like, that must have been what got him.
Yeah. Because you're really you have a really big downhill right there too.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh man, this is okay. And then it's like,
yeah. Like, and it was right, all the fans are on the patio, parents on the patio, like, it's like it just you can just hear him going, NCAA athlete right there.
Oh man.
Which I have, it's just a weird thing, though. I did watch it on YouTube because it was just watching like Olympic qualifiers for long jump and stuff of like, hey, are you guys going to make the pit bigger? Because like they're jumping like out of a couple fucking,
Yeah.
Like feel like you need to add some distance there. But then, whatever your suggested videos, it was talking about how the long jumper has to do it because like when you jump like that, your body obviously naturally wants to fall forward.
Yeah.
And about how one guy did that at the Olympics. He just did a front flip.
Oh.
Because you can jump way fucking further that way, apparently. And like he beat everybody by like fucking feet.
Oh, shit.
And then they outlawed that.
Yeah.
I was like, I feel like a lot more people would watch if it was just a long front flip.
Yeah.
That sounds pretty fucking cool.
That sounds awesome.
But some reason it was just like, because they lose distance because they have to fight the momentum of wanting to flip forward to, to keep their feet down. I'm like, I just start a different sport then, and this is just a long front flip because I kind of want to watch that a little bit and the virality of those videos when people fucking fail.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be phenomenal.
Funny. It's going to be great.
Well, what if people get hurt? Well, you have fucking football and people get hurt all the time.
Yeah.
You want people to watch your fucking sport.
This is it. People got to start getting hurt. We had a kid go down to state this year in long jump, and he was jumping like 22s, 23s, good jumps. And it was a small school, even smaller than ours, and the pit's not very big, like you said. And he jumps this one, and it looks like when he launches himself, and he's a taller kid.
Yeah.
And I'm like, was he going to hit the grass on the other side? Luckily, it was just the way that my eyes saw it. I was kind of from the back, too. And I'm like, he's going to jump out of the fucking pit. Like, he should just win if he jumps out of the pit, right? But he did the same thing. He landed, stuck, and then, like, barrel rolled over. And I'm like, he didn't mean to do that, but that looked cool as shit. It looked cool as shit because it looked like he did it, and then he popped right back up and then, like, walked out. I'm like, yeah, I'm not that athletic enough to, like, barrel roll and then pop back up and continue my stride. Yeah. Like, I would, people would be like, oh, good. Like, he's hurt.
That and the ones that, like, the high jump, obviously, like, the Olympic level, just, like, their body looks like jelly.
Yeah.
The
way they can bend.
Like, it still doesn't make sense to me of how you jump back first.
Yeah.
Like, you run forward, but you jump back first and then bend and
flip your legs up and
I don't get it.
Curve the bullet.
I mean, I've watched a lot of videos of people trying to learn that and then just like landing, like not just jumping and then landing on their back on the pavement.
I credit to the people who can coach that because I wouldn't even know where to like fucking start.
Yeah,
how do you? I run up and then because you see like people like do their approaches. Like, is that how you start to do it? Like there's no way I could just run up to this pad and then launch myself backwards.
Well, and that's another one of like they need to bring back the old one and just start that where they did that roll and landed on their feet, where you just jumped and threw your leg over and tried to roll over and land on your feet.
Yeah,
because there ain't nothing there to fucking catch you. It's like ground level sawdust.
Yeah,
that should be an event still. Like if you can't land on your fucking feet, then you didn't jump.
I was watching some of the world's strongest man videos. I'll make through on my TikTok, and it's the keg toss over the bar, and some of the ones where like they don't get over the bar and they come right back down and smack the people in the head.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, I thought this guy died because it was so I don't know metric weights, but it's like the third one. So it's not the heavy. There's like 5. It's like the middle heavy one. Whatever.
I assume they're going by kilos or stones.
I don't know.
Kilo's like 2.2.
I don't know.
You should know that. A kilo of Coke is 2.
Sorry, you're right. I should. No, so it's not heavy, but it's the middle one, whatever that one would weigh. And he throws it, and he looks, and it hits like the sign, and it comes back down, and he gets it again, and he throws it. He must think that he has it on this one, and didn't look, and it come right back down and clipped him on the back of the head. And you just saw his legs like fly out from underneath him and just lay there. And I'm like, oh my god, he died. And then like the whole crowd is like, ah, like they're like, oh my god. And he gets up. I'm like, that is a tough motherfucker right there. And then they showed his next. This isn't it. they showed his next event. I'm like, why are you still competing?
Yeah.
You almost died. For one, somehow it didn't knock you out, but you almost died, and you're doing the car squat. Like, what the hell's wrong with you?
That's one of those things too. Of like, obviously the metric system. Obviously, I get a little bit of it, like kilograms and shit like that.
Yeah.
Fuck 2 kilo.
Yeah.
But the one I don't get is the fucking stone.
Oh yeah.
He weighs in at 15 stone. What the
stone?
fuck is that?
Yeah.
It's like 15 pounds or 18 pounds or 13. It's in the teens is what the pounds are of like. Did somebody just like, well, hey, you see that stone over there? You weigh about 12 of those. Yeah. And that's just what you went with? I mean.
I weigh about 600 stones.
I mean, I don't understand that.
Yeah. I've never heard it called stones.
Oh yeah, like you'll hear like British people and stuff refer to like when they'll say their weight or something, and they'll say it in stone.
Oh, okay.
Of like,
I've heard like obviously like pound or something else, but
well, we use pounds, buddy.
Yeah, I know. But I know what we say.
That's how we do our measurements.
Stone, huh?
Yeah.
Never heard stone. What is I thought first you were talking about like the Atlas stones, like the big like ones. I'm like,
fuck, what the fuck? Those things.
I don't know how you get your arms around
those.
That.
Atlas stones are like fucking 87 stone.
Yeah. I just to see those guys like and like how are you like even the weakest ones are still picking them up. They're just not as fast as the other guys. Yeah. It's like. How?
What a bitch this guy is.
Exactly.
He can only lift 947 pounds.
Exactly. I remember watching it as like a kid and being like, oh, that guy sucks. I'm like, yeah. But he still lifted. Yeah. Like, he still carried the plane 30 yards or whatever it is.
It's like, who sits and dreams up of that shit too? Like,
yeah.
Hey, we got these really heavy fucking logs. We're just going to tie ropes around them and have you fucking grab them, and they're going to try to pull you apart, and you just try to hold them.
Yeah.
And we're going to see how long you can do it for.
The one as a kid, it was like the one where they drop the kegs as you're holding the squat.
Oh,
you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Where it's still on your back and they're dropping it. Yeah. And I'm like, okay, that seems pretty, it's obviously tough. But doing that as like, in school and you have like weight on your back and you're like, man, this is really fucking heavy on my back. They're dropping weights onto your fucking back. Like, like God,
I don't know why you have back problems.
Yeah. It's like, oh my God, how the hell? Like I would have crumbled the one hits like the empty basket or whatever.
That was what one guy that he was on Rogan's podcast. He's in strongman competitions or whatever. And he's gay.
Oh, okay.
So he has shirts that say "World's Strongest Gay."
Nice,
it's fucking awesome. But that guy, he was talking about so because he's one of the smallest guys, and he's like 6'2", fucking 380.
Yeah, exactly.
he's
he's not 6'9". Yeah.
But he's talking about, well, I struggle with these events, but I make up for it in deadlift because I can deadlift 1,000 pounds fucking for reps.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
For reps.
For reps.
For reps. That's my.
But it was just him talking about like just getting ready they're fucking, he's like, my fucking knees are gone. Yeah. My back is fucking done.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like, dude, you're like 30.
Yeah.
Like you got to live the rest of your fucking life.
I don't get, like, I understand like the Brian Shaw guy, the American dude who's really good at it. Like that guy's 6'9". Like at his, and I know he's lost a lot of him and that other Eddie Hall guy who's really good. They don't compete as much anymore. I don't know if they do it at all anymore. But he's like, at my heaviest, I weighed 450. I'm like, dude, you have abs.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, how do you weigh 450 and have abs?
When I didn't, because I was listening to that guy, because obviously they're all barrel chested and that, like belly and
got the
it's not but it's like
it's the weightlifter gut.
Yeah. And that guy was talking about it. He's like, you have to have that. Because like the fat, like you need all of that for the fucking energy.
Yeah.
Because like one lift will burn all your shit and you got to, it's like, it's a weird fucking living you guys are making. But the weirdest one was him talking about the coming up.
Oh, okay.
Of like the little circuit stuff, trying to make a fucking living doing like local strongmans.
Yeah, that would.
Of like, first place gets fucking $200.
Yeah.
And second place gets nothing. So he's like, I think he lived in like Massachusetts or something. Like he's driving like fucking Indiana to try to win $200 in a local strongman trying to make the of like, what the fuck is?
Yeah. What?
I understand loving and having a passion for something, but like, what are you doing?
You need another job, buddy.
Yeah.
Like, you won that and got $50.
Yeah. It cost you that much to get there.
Yeah. They were talking, the Shaw guy and the Eddie Hall guy were talking about the science behind what they would eat. And just like the amount of food that they were eating, it's like, he goes, you feel like you're going to throw up. He goes, at night, well, I feel like I'm going to get sick because I had to eat enough for me to, for it to hold for the next day, basically. And he goes, now, during the day when I eat and then go work out, I don't feel bad because I just burn all of it off. Because at night, he goes, I feel the worst at night. He goes, it's hard for me to sleep at night because, like, I just feel like I'm going to get sick because I just put 5,000 calories in my stomach in an hour and a half. I was like, oh, my God. Lucky.
Fucking lightweight.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, you mean like 5,000 calories to like chicken?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, which is
like steamed chicken breast.
Like, can't grill it or anything.
Fuck out of here.
Yeah, it tastes like plain.
Well, that was I was watching one. It was an interview with like those Mr. Olympias and stuff. The one guy, I don't know, those guys go on runs, but the guy had won like fucking 9 in a row or whatever. And he was talking about obviously the weight cut coming up to it is like they're an hour away from dying.
Yeah,
because they're how much they dehydrate and everything.
Yeah,
but he was like for like the 48 hours leading up to the actual show, it was like I'll eat like 6 ounces of chicken with nothing on it, no salt, no nothing.
Yep,
and like 4 ounces of water.
Yep,
and that's it.
Yeah. There was one video, and it was a YouTube video, and it was the difference between bodybuilding and the world's strongest men.
Yeah.
And it was basically their eating habits.
Yeah.
And roughly the same amount of calories, but way different foods.
Yeah.
Way different foods. And like it was a lot more, not saying that the bodybuilders didn't eat like cleaner because they still had, but they're less vegetables.
Right.
Now, like the bodybuilders are like, yeah, we have like the vegetables and stuff. And I was like, that's like, same amount of calories, but vegetables. Vegetables are not that many calories. And it's not like they're eating corn and potatoes. They're eating like broccoli and this shit. I'm like, you've had 9 pounds of broccoli for 8 months now. Like, how do you not just throw up with nothing on it? Because, they don't want the salt. They don't want anything like that. It's like, ugh.
Can't retain water.
Yeah. Gotta see my abs.
That is such a weird thing of like barely can fucking walk. They're so dehydrated doing that shit of like,
yeah.
And here's a newsflash. You look like shit.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you look gross.
It's fucking terrible.
Yeah. I don't want to.
Can you even wipe your ass?
Yeah. Yeah. Now, I think the men look absolutely disgusting.
Yeah.
Especially right as they're competing.
Yeah.
The women, to me, look even worse.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's like...
It's too hard.
It's like, oh my, you have no skin. Like, it just looks like you're all skin.
Yeah.
Oh man, your eyes are sunken in. It's like, why did you do that to yourself?
I want to say I was watching something. They were breaking that down of like when those guys, because you hear the body fat percentage, they're like, fuck, DK Metcalf's 4% body fat. It's like, no, he's not, because he'd be dead.
Yeah.
Because I think that is what it is like those bodybuilders get down to like 3.5 at that level. And it's like, hey, their bodies are starting to shut down.
Mm-hmm.
Of like, I always hear that it's like, oh nope, he's 4% all the time. It's like, I don't think that. Like, I think your fucking kidney has more fucking fat on it than I mean. I feel like there's some fat you can't lose or you're dead.
Yeah. Oh my god.
I mean, you can be ripped.
Yeah.
At 8%.
Yeah, and still have abs and everything that he has because he's not a
it's
not a small person by any means.
But like everybody talks about, it's like I feel like you'd be dead.
Yeah, 4%. You're not living.
Tells me that. Like,
you're not living.
Yeah.
No, you're dead for sure.
You're sure as fuck not playing football.
Yeah, exactly. You're not going a whole game.
You'd be running his fucking routes, eating a hot dog because he didn't have any body fat to store fucking energy.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. It's the black, is it Ronnie Coleman who can't walk now because of it?
Yeah, that's who it was. It was talking about like just dry fucking chicken. And it was, I think it was the day of the, like, he could eat, but there was no water. Like the day of the event, and it was like a little bit of dry chicken. No. Yeah. You can't wash that down. Like, there's no fucking water intake.
Nope, spit.
Like, Jesus Christ, man.
I don't find that fun.
No.
Like, there's nothing, there can't be anything fun about it.
And it's not even anything of like, yeah, man, I do all this struggle and stuff. It's like, no, you don't struggle because you stick a needle in your fucking ass to get those muscles in the first place.
Exactly.
And I love how all of you act like it's fucking a clean sport.
I know. Yeah.
Yep, man, it's just good old hard work and nutrition. It's like, what about the fucking deck of D-ball you stuffed up your ass every other fucking day? I mean, what?
Exactly. It's not good old clean eating and exercise.
Yep, I just, clean, lean protein.
Yep.
And a little bit of vegetables.
Yep. And
I work out for 9 hours a day. It's like, first off, without shit, you can't do that.
No.
Like, nobody's fucking doing that.
Oh, man.
So I just, it's just put on mass, eat lean beef.
Yep. Bison.
Started getting bison. Now I'm like an animal.
Yep.
Like
bison.
So you're 300 pounds of just straight fucking shred and nothing else?
Nothing else?
No, clean. It's clean.
Clean.
Okay.
All right.
Well, all of you die at like 35. Something tells me
something's there. Something's a little off. It's not that clean.
I just love that for like somebody to like as an April Fool's joke, like whoever's in charge of that going, just, hey, we're actually hiring USADA. You guys are going to be randomly drug tested.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, all right, this guy weighing in at 185. Those are my favorite ones, like in Practical Jokers, like that punishment for Murr.
Oh, yeah.
Where they made it,
him
thought he was
go
doing
out
that.
there.
And then you'll see it now, like for fantasy football punishments for last week.
Yeah.
Just some fucking schlub up there with all these shredded guys and a fucking...
You gotta be like, I'm so sorry.
I assume now most people...
Because the people who take it seriously are probably pissed off.
And they take it
way too seriously.
Especially at the level that anybody can just fill out a form and fucking get in it.
Yeah. Like, this is bullshit, man. You're making fun of our sports. One, it's not a sport.
I feel like, I could sign up and get in it and then go do it and win. Because I could just give some money to this guy that's not making any to fucking... Hey.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know they pulled you off the street and you want to buy some rocks? Here's a little money. I win.
Here we go. Yeah.
They're like, well, it's a clean sport.
Yeah.
I don't even know how they judge that shit.
Yeah.
There's one fucking lat looks a little sluggish, so 9th place.
Yeah.
They all look the same.
They all look the same.
What the fuck?
That guy's ass cheeks are the exact, like, that's the weirdest thing for me. When they turn around, now when they get the back, okay, I get that. But when they flex their ass cheeks, I'm like, is that what a muscular ass looks like? Because I don't want any part of that.
They do the Christmas tree on the back of like,
it's like your ass. And your hammies?
With the striations he's got. And
he's only got 7 veins. He sucks.
Yeah. He's not very vascular.
Yeah, vascular. There's one thing that women love. It's a
vascular man. That is something funny too, man. Like I've heard people talk about that. I'm like, I just can't get my veins popping.
Yeah.
I'm like, who fucking talks like that? You're not. You're just a random guy that has like a regular job.
Yeah, exactly.
What are you talking about? Trying to get your veins popped? It's just like be a vascular man.
Be a vascular man. Be a vascular.
I feel like they look like they're gonna pop out and explode.
But it's funny. Like you look at like I think the difference, whatever from like when it first started. Like if you look at like Lou Ferrigno and Arnold to like now, it's like. Those guys don't look anywhere near as cut.
No, as they were on all the shit.
Yeah. Well, they don't look, I guess, what the guys do now. Like, you know what I'm saying, though? Like, the guys now look like you can see every little muscle that are in their chest.
You can just see the technology of drugs.
Yes, exactly.
They were taking, like, fucking horse semen.
Yeah. I mean, but they're obviously still huge, but they're more of a mass than like a cut look to me. That's what it is. more of what I was thinking.
Like comparative, like Schwarzenegger looked fat.
Yeah, seriously,
It's
he
like
did.
when he was winning, it's like, that guy's just fat.
And I always thought like Lou looked more like muscular than Arnold did. Like he didn't. Hey, obviously, Arnold probably cut a little bit different than what he did, but like the guy played the fucking Hulk.
Yeah.
Like I mean, this is what the person looks like playing the Hulk. He's just huge.
There's one thing too of like with the Arnold class. How the fuck does that end up in Columbus?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know that he ever lived in Ohio.
So what he talked about, I think he either won one of his first two
was in here
in Columbus,
it was like,
and he just liked it, and that's
like,
where it's
didn't
at.
make any
Yeah,
sense.
Columbus.
You never lived here.
No.
You're famous for working out on the beach down there.
Yeah.
Which he bothers me. Like he's kind of I put him in that category with The Rock.
Yeah.
Where they just talk about hard work. It's like,
you take drugs.
Motherfuckers, just come out and say it.
Yeah,
like,
I take drugs.
I
worked out, but I also had help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like with The Rock and shit like that, of just like all his fucking pep talk and shit of like,
yeah,
hey, you're selling something that you feel like, hey, I'm helping these kids. Like, well, tell them the fucking truth then.
Yeah. Yeah. You worked hard. Nobody
I
said you don't.
spend $97,000 a year on drugs.
Exactly. There's no doubt you work out.
Yeah.
You also have drugs in your body.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go ahead and
maybe you can stop now because it seems like the world hates you.
Yeah.
Because
yeah.
I feel like I was out in front of that.
Yeah.
Of it's just too much.
It is.
Kind of like we talk about like the whole Burt Kreischer thing.
Yeah.
Of like, hey, I feel like that was why it was so bad timing on his movie of like, you're just oversaturated, man.
Yeah,
That's like too much of you. If that movie would have released 5 or 6 years ago, probably would have done well.
I thought it was okay.
I
watched the movie. It was funny.
Yeah.
It was.
I'm sure
funny.
it was.
Yeah.
I mean,
it was funny. To me, he could have done the Kevin Hart route because he's so animated over the top.
Yeah.
He could have been a fine actor.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He could have done that just fine because he was funny in the movie.
Yeah.
It just, I thought that to me was, that movie was better than his last stand-up.
Yeah, his stand-up, I don't really.
There's some funny stuff in there, but it's nothing like.
It's not. He's a long form story. Like I like storytellers, but his are like.
Yeah.
Hey, this is your one
joke.
bit. It was 27 minutes.
Exactly.
I mean.
Yeah, I liked them. I thought the movie was funny. But the Kevin Hart had that too, where he was just throwing everything out, and he was in every commercial and everything, and then he kind of started to, Yeah, it's like
it's okay to like you can still do that, but like everything doesn't have to be on fucking TV.
Yeah.
I mean, and Bert, he just never lets anybody else talk.
Oh,
I love his fucking podcast when he brings a guest on and then doesn't let them talk.
I think that's what he's so funny like that too, because he doesn't even realize that's what he's doing.
Yeah,
he's just because this is him.
It's just who
he is. Oh gosh,
I did watch The Menu.
Oh yeah, did you like it?
Yeah,
I thought
I did. Everybody deserved to die.
Yeah, exactly.
Fucking 30 seconds into the movie, he's like, fuck, kill them all.
Yeah, exactly.
These are the fucking worst
people ever. When the movie first started, I'm like, okay, they're either all dying or my next one went really dark. I went, oh, he's gonna cook them. Like that was. I'm like, that was my next. That's where I went with it. I'm like, oh yeah, they're all dying, or he eats them. One of the two. Those are the only two things that are happening here.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
It's very easy to figure out.
Oh, yeah.
Because obviously somebody's going to survive.
Yeah.
She was the hottest star on the planet at the time they made this. Gotta assume it's her.
Yeah. Yeah. I thought it was a good movie. It was weird. Don't get me wrong. It was weird, but
yeah.
What scary movie isn't weird?
Well, fucking is it Ray Fiennes?
Yeah. Ralph.
Ralph Fiennes?
Yeah.
Pretty sure it's Ray.
I think it's Ralph.
You want to look that up?
Yeah, I can.
Ralph doesn't sound right.
I thought it was Ralph.
I don't know that anybody's named Ralph. Over 5'6" and thinks they can beat everybody up.
Okay.
Pretty sure it's Ray.
It might be. I thought it was Ralph. It's Ralph.
Is it?
It's Ralph, yeah.
Let me fucking see it.
Second one in.
Really?
Yeah, Ralph. I thought it was Ralph because I was like, that's a
Boy.
weird name.
That's fucked up.
Yeah. Yeah, Ralph.
I only know 2 of those.
Yeah.
Neither one of them are great.
Both terrible people. Goodness.
But he's like underrated.
Yeah, he is.
Like he's in a lot of shit and he's always great. I mean,
yeah. I mean, The Red Dragon was fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic movie. But no, yeah, the Menu, I did enjoy it. It was
it was
weird,
just,
but
it's different.
Mm-hmm.
But it was like, it was good enough to the point of like instantly you're rooting for him.
Yeah.
Get him, man.
Get him.
These people are fucking. That lady. This is, just like fucking just.
I hate her.
I don't like the way everybody got it.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like hey, Zack Snyder could have done this one and made this a 3-hour. I'd have fucking watched every one of them go down if it was creative.
Yeah. My favorite one was the chick's, I guess, boyfriend or the guy who bought her. Where he made him cook. He's like, shit. Sorry, he went and hung himself. It's like, oh God, I didn't see that coming.
That too. Like, he told you.
Yeah.
And you still came.
Exactly. He told you guys were all going to die, and you brought somebody with you.
Yeah, brought somebody with you.
Yeah.
But they're just the fucking worst, man.
Yeah. Just the worst people. And they all played good worst people.
And what I loved about it, because I was watching KFC radio the other day,
mm-hmm.
and they said something that I agree with, because the first season I was okay with.
Yeah.
Thinking that the second season of The Bear was going to be good.
Oh, and it's not.
It fucking sucks.
Oh,
and it was like the first, because everybody else was like, oh, this is the greatest.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm coming.
Yeah.
That's how people act.
Yeah, I know.
But like KFC, he just came out and was like, that show fucking sucks.
Yeah.
Like, I can't. He's like, well, you got to make it to episode 6 of season 2. He's like, fuck no. Fuck you. What do we do? Because they started doing them. But like, I watched the whole. It's like 6-8 episodes, whatever it is. And they're, I don't know, fucking hour episodes or whatever it is. Dude, I watched the 8 episodes in like 3 hours because I fast forwarded through most of it. I was like, here's a flashback. Oh, here's a side story about this guy's fucking sick grandma. Yeah. That's how they opened season 2, episode 1 was like 9 minutes of one of the side characters' sick grandma.
Oh, God.
I didn't watch it. I fast forwarded sort of like, what are we doing?
This makes no sense.
I thought I was watching a show about a restaurant. But what I liked about the Menu, because it brings in that chef. They call everybody chef.
Yeah.
Hey, chef. It's like, well, he's the guy that fucking fixes the toilet.
Yeah, exactly.
So what do we... I mean, like, you're the chef.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I like in the Menu where it's John Leguizamo, and he's like, yeah, I didn't like one of your movies one time. That's why you're here.
Yeah, that was aggressive.
I had a day off. Your movie was on TV. It sucked. I wanted to kill you because that was my one day off.
You know what, though? What my first thought was, and then I watched the opening.
Yeah.
Just because I liked the song, was The Pest.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, I like to party in the streets. But that was the exact thought when he said this. Like, I like The Pest. I thought it was funny. Yeah. But it was like, oh, you watch The Pest and now you're going to kill him.
Yep.
But that was like, yeah, you cheated on your wife, so you're dead.
You're dead.
You write bad. That lady needed to die just from the way she fucking acted.
Oh yeah, you write purposely
her
bad
husband
reviews.
Needed to die because he fucking was just dealing with it.
Yeah, just kill me now. Give me cancer now, God.
Oh, that was fun. I told you I've been watching that Justified.
Yeah, so
it's fucking great, man.
Did you
I love
start when it started at FX, or did you start it up when it got?
This new one that's coming back?
Yeah.
No, I haven't watched that. I'm in the season 6, which is the last season of the original.
The original, okay. Yeah. I know they brought it back, and it's like Justified, like something.
City Primeval.
Okay, gotcha.
Is, just like it's only had one episode come out.
Oh, okay.
Like it just
started back up. Okay, I was seeing a bunch of commercials for it. So.
But it was, just watching. I mean, it's a good show.
Mm-hmm.
It's, the way I would describe it is, you'd say modern day, obviously, but it was like 2008. So, because, cell phones, when they pull them out, are like, what is that?
Yeah.
But,
all of them are silver.
It's like the way I describe it is like a modern day Western.
Yeah.
Kind of how it is.
That look.
But I was watching like the opening credits or whatever, and it, I seen it said based on book, whatever. And so I looked up that writer.
Mm-hmm.
That guy is like a fucking killer, man. I mean, he's
really?
dead now, but he's had so many novels that he wrote that got made in the movies.
Oh, really?
Like that Justified's based off his book.
Mm-hmm.
And then this new one is based off one of his offshoot books.
Okay.
Tarantino's Jackie Brown,
Yeah.
based off his book.
Oh, okay.
310 to Yuma.
Oh.
Out
shit.
of Sight.
All right.
There's like 6 or 7
Seven
movies that are
good.
like, Jesus Christ, like this guy was fucking killing it.
Yeah.
I mean,
310 to Yuma. That's a good movie.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't see the original one. I saw the one with Russell Crowe.
yeah, let me see if, that, But it was like quite a few pretty decent movies.
See, I knew Jackie Brown wasn't, like, it wasn't his original story. I just didn't know what it was based off of. That's cool, though. I like when they do the book well. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they don't just botch it. You know what I mean? I like that just because a lot of people say, oh, the book is better.
Yeah.
It's like, well, it's not because I have to read. But it's like, okay, well, if the book is good, then why would we change it for the movie?
Get Shorty.
Oh,
Tis. Out of Sight.
Okay.
Which I like that movie. I know a lot of people don't like it, but I thought that was a good movie.
Out of Sight? Who's in
That's
that one?
George Clooney, where he's the bank robber that breaks out. Jennifer Lopez is like a cop or whatever.
Yeah, okay.
Swag, which I haven't heard of. Ombre, which is it's an older movie.
Okay.
Mr. Majestic. Rum Punch was the book, which is just Jackie Brown. 310 to Yuma. It's like, Jesus, dude.
Yeah, it's a lot.
1, 2, 3.
Like 8? A lot of dead air here with you counting.
There's like 15 or 16 movies.
Oh, wow. Yeah, so he must have been.
He wrote Be Cool also, which is the second one.
Yeah, the second one. Did Get Shorty?
Yeah.
Be Cool's funny.
Yeah.
God, I like both of those movies are good.
Kill Shot, which is Mickey Rourke, Diane Lane. I mean, like, goddamn. I mean, like, every book this guy wrote, they made it into a movie that did pretty goddamn well.
Very, I mean, the names you said I've heard of, I've just never seen. No, that's awesome.
Yeah, 310 to Yuma was a great movie.
Great movie. Really, yeah. That might be the first time I ever watched, like, Christian Bale. Like, the first movie I remember seeing him in a movie. Christian Bale, he's got one, it's very underrated, and it was on Netflix the first time I watched. It's called Out of the Furnace.
I haven't seen that.
So he's a small town. He's a steel worker.
Okay.
Gets in a wreck on the way home, kills a mom and a baby, goes to prison, comes back out. He's got a younger brother. He's a ex-military, and he fights when he comes home to try to make extra money, whatever. The bookie, and they end up going up to some hillbilly back town, and then the brother gets killed. He goes and tries to, and Woody Harrelson's the bad guy. It's a good movie. Yeah. Good movie. Nice revenge story. But yeah, I watched it on Netflix. It was, I was like, I've never heard of this. It looks okay. It was, really good. Really good movie. A lot of big, it's got Willem Dafoe, Casey Affleck, Christian Bale, Woody Harrelson are the 5 main. Yeah. I'm like, okay, why the hell why wasn't this more popular? These are all big name people. I think actually it might have been either Ben or Casey directed it.
Oh.
One of them.
I've never even heard of it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you figured that it would be way more popular if one of them did it.
I always like the one Willem Dafoe movie where it's like, what the fuck is he doing in this movie? You ever watch Boondock Saints?
Yeah, why is he in that?
It's like, you are way... I like Boondock Saints because the acting's so bad and it's so over the top, but I kind of like the storyline of what they're doing.
I've watched both of them and they're good.
I've watched them multiple times, and they're both, the acting is so fucking terrible.
Oh yeah,
but it's like, and then like the first time you watch it and he shows up it's like, what the fuck is he doing in this movie?
I felt the same way with him and John Wick.
Yeah,
he's in the first John Wick.
He didn't need to be in that
didn't
movie.
Need to. Anybody could have played his part.
His part is what makes me. The only complaint I have about the original John Wick is when he gets captured that he doesn't get out of it himself. That Willem Dafoe's character shoots that.
Yeah.
You just kind of.
Yeah.
Like this guy
he needed to get out of it himself.
Yeah.
You can be up there as
you
your
can be
eye on
watching
this
and
guy,
stuff, but I feel like he needed to get out of this himself.
Because after you just yelled, "Yeah, I'm back," like you should have then kicked everybody's ass, not had a sniper shoot the guy. Like that would have been a
Right. It's like, your whole I'm back. You were dead.
Yes,
they're
exactly.
killing you.
Yeah, they were shooting you in the head.
Yeah, that was the only. I haven't watched the last one yet though, but
it was good.
Yeah,
I just felt like it was all the other ones seemed like an hour and a half, hour 45.
This one was long.
It was like 2.5.
Oh yeah,
and there were like the fights. If there's 4 main fight scenes, each of them are like a half hour. Like they are really long, drawn out gunfight fights. I'm like, whew,
a bit
much.
I had that idea. I was watching something the other day, and it was just, how everything gets to. It's got to be, if it's not over 2 hours, it's not a good movie.
Yeah.
It's like some of my favorite movies are like an hour 20.
Yeah.
I mean.
Yeah.
But I had this thought because it was based off a movie of, it had Jack Black and Mos Def in it, where Jack Black, they run a video store, and as obviously they had cassette tapes.
Yeah. This is a real movie?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of funny.
Okay.
So Jack Black does something, and he gets almost like radioactive or whatever. Like
okay.
he's at like a chemical plant or whatever it is. Or gets hit with a magnet or something, and he goes in and it erases all the fucking tapes at the video store.
All right. So they have to remake all the movies.
They remake them themselves, and they're like a fucking half hour.
Yeah. It's called Be Kind Rewind.
Yeah.
I've heard of it. I've never watched it.
After they rent the first one, and it was like the gangbangers come back and goes, that was pretty good. And they just keep renting them out.
I've heard of it. I've never watched it.
It's one of those ones of like, but like when they reshot RoboCop and he gets shot and gets shot in the head, and they cut and obviously very harsh cuts because they're doing it with a camcorder.
Yeah.
But it was like for the blood splatter, he just laid his head on a pizza.
Yeah.
So it looked like it's. But my thought was that however they called it, is like, oh, it's usually 2 hours. We got it down to a half hour. We call it whatever. They they have a name for it. But I thought about that of like, I'm obviously getting way bunches of trouble of like just taking a fucking 2 hour movie, just throwing it in my computer and just editing out all the bullshit.
Yeah.
And just cutting it from like 2 hours to like an hour 10.
Yeah.
And then just like throwing it on YouTube.
See if it's any better.
This is what you should be doing.
Yeah.
People are watching this at home. If they can pick their phone up, you don't need it in the movie.
Yeah.
That was what Mr. Beast had said that when he makes videos, is like when he'll let his buddies watch it, and as soon as they pick their phone up, he says, "Cut that."
Mm-hmm. It makes sense.
I don't need the backstory.
Yeah,
like that whole fucking Zack Snyder cut.
Yeah, with everybody.
Dude, I wanted to break the fucking TV when Aquaman's going back in. Those girls are singing.
Oh yeah,
how they hung on there of like, why the fuck?
Or they shot Ben Affleck riding the horse all the way into whatever fucking ice town he was in.
But when they just like showed those girls singing for like a fucking minute.
Yeah,
it was like, what?
Stop.
You should have faded out of this like
a while ago.
You can have them singing. He dips into the water.
Yeah,
you need to fade out.
They did that one. Okay, they did the Snyder. No, I'm saying they did the Snyder cut of that. I want to see the Snyder theater.
Oh, what the actual release was supposed to be.
I want to see what the actual release was supposed to be.
Yeah, because it's not going to be 4 hours.
No, it's not. I just want to see how did he, there's no way that the singing's in there. There's no way that they spent all of the credits watching Ben Affleck walk to this ice town to talk to Aquaman. Yeah.
Because that was the other one I had that thought of, like I really want to go watch Oppenheimer.
Yeah.
But fucking 3 hours,
man.
I
know, in a theater.
I don't know that I can do it.
Yeah. I've heard it's good. I've heard it's fantastic. I mean, I've heard a lot of people like it.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously some people don't know what it is because they're not educated.
Well, I thought about listening to I was looking today because I need a new book, and it was the biography of Oppenheimer, which is what the movie is based off this actual biography book. It's like, maybe I'll And then I can say, well, the book is way better.
Way better.
Has to be more detailed because the book is 24 hours long.
Yeah, exactly. Has to be way more detail.
Has to be way more shit in there.
So Christopher Nolan, for some reason, Rich Eisen is interviewing like actors and stuff now.
Yeah.
So he's on, and Nolan's not on the podcast. It's a call-in.
Yeah.
And he's talking to him, and he goes, Christopher, what's, like, if you're flipping through the TV, what's your remote drop movie that, you'd watch? And he goes, he's like, yeah, he goes, I just love so many movies. He's like, I really do. He goes, old. He goes, I love comedies. He's like, anything by Stanley Kubrick, I'll sit and I'll watch the whole thing. And then he goes, oh, okay. And he goes, yeah. He goes, anytime Talladega Nights is on the TV, I'll just sit there and watch the whole thing. And like everybody in Eisen's thing are losing it. And Rich starts to laugh. He's like, Talladega Nights, the Ballad of Ricky Bobby. You will sit and watch. And Christopher Nolan goes, you ain't first or last, baby. That's what he says. And I'm like, I love that.
Now I fucking love him because anytime they ever talk to it, they always, some actor or director always like, well, there was this French film back in 1912 that was like, what the fuck are you talking about?
When he said Talladega, I'm like, that is awesome. And then he quoted it. I'm like, that's even better. That's even better.
Well, I seen one where he was they were talking about, obviously, because he shoots an IMAX, of like, this is the limit. Like 3 hours is it.
Yeah.
Like, because the reel, have you seen how big the fucking reel is?
I know, I have not seen how big the reel is, but I know like, it's huge.
It used to be like 2.5 hours, but as technology got better, they shrunk down some things to where you get more film into
there.
it.
Yeah.
Of it. He's like, that's it. We can't. Because it'd be a real change in the middle of a movie to do that. So Zack Snyder can't shoot in IMAX.
They were asking Jordan Peele what one movie if you could go back to any movie that you saw, what's one that you would redo, like they could redo and put it in IMAX. And he's like, he goes, honestly, as when I watched it the first time as a kid, he goes, if they would have put Alien on IMAX, he's like, I would have probably shit my pants. He's like, I would want to watch that movie. He's like, when that thing pops out of that chest for the first time, you see that thing in an IMAX theater. He's like, I think people would have loved it. I'm like, that's a pretty good one.
I'll tell you one. Fucking Twister.
Oh, yeah, that would have been cool. Yeah.
I mean, it was, for what it was.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
Fucking Jurassic Park.
Oh, God, yeah.
Because that still holds up with what it was. I mean.
Yeah, those any ones that, that would have been cool. Yeah, but he said Alien. I'm like, that's a good one. Imagine that big-ass fucking screen and that little thing pops out of that chest.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I remember the first time I watched it, I was like, ew. Like,
what is that? I'm not going to eat dinner.
Yeah, exactly. Is that going to happen to me?
Like the first time as a kid when you watch The Exorcist, you're like, am I going to get possessed?
Yeah. The first horror movie I remember watching, besides like the Halloweens and everything, because family's fucked up, but I remember it's like the Jessica Biel Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It's like the remake to the original one, and it's really, really good.
Yeah.
And my dad goes, yeah, I remember as a kid, like we have family in Texas, and he's like, I remember them like coming up and then like telling us about it, like all the stuff, and I'm like, wait, that was like, that's real? He goes, yeah, it's real. Like, this was like a real thing.
Shit
and I'm like,
happens. I mean,
and then I'm like, like I knew Michael Myers, that shit was fake. Like I knew that those aren't real people. And he's like, this guy was real. I'm like, is he still alive? That was my very next question.
Put his chainsaw on his leg.
I was like, what the hell? Is he still alive? He's like, probably not.
A while ago.
Yeah. He's like, it was fucked up.
Well, that's a thing. Like you listen to, obviously all the books I've listened to about murder, I love it. Yeah. Of like how many of those movies are based on
real.
Like obviously there is no Hannibal Lecter,
yes,
but like all the side murders are all based on people that fucking existed.
Oh yeah. Hannibal Lecter's not real, but there's probably somebody who ate people. I mean, that's just
there's a lot of people that ate people. Exactly. I mean, Jeffrey Dahmer ate people.
Yeah,
but there's nobody that level of intelligence and that just doesn't exist.
No.
Can't keep it together that long if you're fucking eating people.
Exactly. You're gonna lose it.
But like, obviously the skinning and making your own skin suit.
Yeah.
The whole guy did that. I was in fucking Pennsylvania, I believe.
Put the lotion in the basket.
Yeah. Well, he left a little water down there and he'd ran a wire down there so when they would scream, he would just turn it on and shock them.
Oh, nice.
That's what he did.
Nice.
That's what the real guy did.
Put the lotion in the basket.
The lotion in the fucking basket. That, like, knowing of him.
Yeah.
And then he's the captain on Monk.
Yep. Yeah. What else is he in? He played some kind of like where he's like a normal person later, and I'm like, ew, like I don't like that guy. Like he's done nothing wrong, but I don't like that guy. I've seen Silence of the Lambs. I
liked Monk. Yeah. Now thinking about it, like all that of like, realizing that that's him that plays Buffalo Bill.
Yeah.
Is I can't believe at some point in time in the whatever fucking 8 seasons that Monk ran, like 100 and whatever episodes, that they didn't do something with like a gift basket or whatever in that little side detective he had that was where he just put the lotion in the basket.
Yeah.
And as they're making something like I can't believe they didn't do that.
Yeah.
Like somebody had to write that.
Yes. I mean, or at least think of it, and they're like,
we got to do that.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Yeah. They've been good.
I mean, it's a murder fucking show.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, but he plays some kind of like cop, and he's not a bad guy in the movie. But I'm like, I don't want to root for him. I know what he did. Like,
yeah.
I remember being a kid and thinking that like if you died in the movie, like you were dead in real life.
Yeah, like what's that guy doing here?
No,
I've seen him get his head chopped off.
I literally remember watching. This is a real. I was when Jurassic Park came out. I was
12.
No,
I'm just kidding.
Like 5?
Yeah.
5 or 6. I remember watching it, and the dude got eaten on the porta potty.
Yeah.
And I was like, and my dad goes, he's like, oh, he died. I'm like, he died? He's like, yeah, we just watched him get eaten by a dinosaur. I'm like, I thought you meant like he died in real life. He goes, no, like if you die in a movie, you don't die in real life. I was like, I thought this shit was real. I didn't know. If you poop in your dreams,
they better pay this family a lot for this.
If you poop in your dreams, you poop for real.
Well, you used to think that too. Like that was always like the Freddy Krueger thing. If you die, and you're just like, I've died many times in my fucking dreams. All the fucking time I die in my dreams.
Yeah.
I'm still here.
Oh yeah, I'm still here. Well, like I remember watching like Dreamscape, and that was always with Dennis Quaid. You ever seen that one?
Yeah.
And thinking like, oh, like he wakes up right before he like falls off the building. I remember thinking like, man, do you actually die if you die in your dreams? Like I thought that was a real thing.
Well, and then the Matrix comes out and goes, the body can't live without the mind.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck?
What does that mean?
No, that's not true. I've fallen off mountains. They said if you poop, that's almost happened to me.
I get that.
I've almost pooped the bed because I pooped in my dreams.
I've had the I gotta pee really bad, and then I wake up and there's like snakes on the floor, and I'm like, well, looks like I'm pissing myself because I'm not going on that floor. Like I've had those dreams before, and it's not like because like people talk about it. Like you hear people talk about it, and you're like, then you like start to freak out because like, oh my god, I'm gonna pee in my bed. And I remember it specifically in my dream. Had to pee really bad. I woke up. There was like a bunch of snakes on the floor, and I'm like, I'm pissing myself because there's no way I'm getting next to that fucking snake. Turns out I didn't actually have to pee, but
yeah,
just a dream. But I'm like, yeah, there's no way. Hell, I just go ahead and pee myself. It's not worth it.
Making a business decision here.
Exactly.
I'm just gonna go ahead and pee.
I'm gonna pee on these snakes. If anything, like them things.
Oh, I was gonna tell you on Hulu.
Yeah,
The Man Who Knew Too Little came on.
Oh,
so if you still haven't seen it,
I still haven't seen
there.
It. The Man Who Knew Too Little.
It's Bill Murray.
Yeah,
it's fucking phenomenal.
Okay, I'll watch
Greatest
it.
Movie of all time.
All time. Oh shit! What?
Yeah, you thought Schindler's List? No, it's The Man Who Knew Too Little.
What's the movie that you always say that's really good? Or you quote the one scene. It's got Bruce Willis in it. It's an old one. Like if people haven't there's not a whole lot of people who heard about it.
Hudson Hawk.
Yes, that popped up. Because I got like the pirated thing, right? And it pops up as like a recently added movie because apparently they just the guy's adding just a whole bunch of shit. And I'm like, that name sounds really familiar. And then I watched it. I'm like, oh, this is the movie that Randy's talking. I didn't end up finishing. We had to leave, but I was like, that's the movie that he finished.
I fucking watched that in the theater.
Yeah, yeah, because it's got the one scene, right?
I don't know how to qualify it. I like the fucking movie.
Yeah.
It's just kind of that funny kind of.
Yeah.
Did you get to the scene?
No, I didn't get to the scene. I was only like 20 minutes in, and then I realized that this is it. This is it. Because you showed me the YouTube clip. Yeah, I didn't get to the scene now.
It's so out of fucking left field,
it is.
man.
It
It's just
is.
like
What? Yeah, what?
But to think about that of like when that, I don't know, when that came out, obviously I was in school still.
It was in I think I want to say like it was in the 80s or like early 90s.
So, like I'm not that old.
Yeah.
I mean, so, early 90s. So it'd have been like 10 to 12.
Yeah.
And that was just, and went to the theater with my parents and watched that movie of like, that's just in there as a punchline.
Yeah. It's just supposed to be a joke. Oh, man.
She's a nun.
Yeah.
They just don't write punchlines like that.
No, they don't.
They're so fucking serious.
Yeah, it's so sensitive nowadays.
Oh my God.
Yeah, but I was like, that's the movie. That's the movie Randy was talking about.
Yeah, you got to watch it.
I will.
You started it now,
Yeah,
so
I'll
it's
look it
worth
up.
the.
This was been like a week or so ago because I didn't get to talk to you. But
Yeah, that was. I think it's just like when you're younger, you just latch on to movies that you think are the greatest, and they might not be.
No.
Most of the time they're not.
No, it's shit.
But it just sits with you.
Yeah.
Now, The Man Who Knew Too Little's funny.
Yeah.
It's Bill Murray funny.
Uh-huh. Well, that's like, I mean, I grew up, like, I watched the movies that my dad thought were good.
Yeah.
So, I some of those that I've seen that are probably like, why the hell have you seen that movie? Or, you know what I mean? People, or if I'll quote something, they're like, how the hell do you know about that? I'm like, well, well-traveled. I don't know what
like
to tell
film.
You. Yeah. Do like movies. Fuck, I like movies.
That's what just bothers me is just the amount of shit that gets put out.
Yeah.
Like the streaming services. How about you just put good movies out?
Yeah.
Just make good ones.
Something
Stop,
good.
I did like with what, obviously, all the strikes and everything that's going on, and everybody's shitting on Bob Iger.
Yeah.
Because he makes money.
Yeah.
Oh, God, so you'd turn down what he makes in a year?
Yeah.
I would give it all back to the actors.
No. Nope.
Okay. No, you wouldn't.
No, you wouldn't.
But him coming out and saying, hey, yeah, we're this Marvel and Star Wars, we're peeling way back on that of like.
Yeah, thank you.
So was he the only one that could see that of like your previous people that were running going, hey, you're driving this into the fucking ground because it's just too much.
I read something, an article on that, and the guy who headed the Feige guy,
Feige.
he said that he was never really on board with all of the TV shows.
Yeah.
Said he didn't really. He goes, I wanted like the Marvel cinematic. He goes, I just really wanted movies, and then when the streaming came out, it ended up being. He's like, so and then it was connected with the we're rolling back kind of thing, and he came out and said like, yeah, I'm with it. Like we just movies, stick to the movies. We'll lay off some of the TV. Like if you want to make a Marvel TV show, that's fine. Don't make it connect to some of the shit that you're trying to do in the movies. You're
trying to force us to buy it. Like everybody that's got kids is going to get your streaming service, man. Like it's fucking happening.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
And not to mention the shows fucking sucked.
Yeah. Yeah. Now I don't mind. I don't know if it got any if people like it, but I watched The Secret Invasion.
Oh yeah, the Samuel L. Jackson one.
It's not bad.
Yeah,
not bad at all.
I haven't watched it, but I won't.
It's some of them like this one to me. It's okay to have a backstory because we don't know anything about this. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
Like we've never had like it because it's mostly about the Green Scroll people.
Yeah,
and so we don't really know anything about them other than the one Captain Marvel movie.
Yeah.
So like there is flashbacks to it, but they have made people that we have seen in movies like they've been Skrulls the whole time.
Oh, okay.
Then that's the part I don't like about it.
Yeah.
Like don't do that. That doesn't make any sense to me. Like I understand it does make sense because that's the whole point of the Skrulls if they've blended in so well that we can't tell who they are and that's the problem. But I was like, don't make that. Don't do that.
Yeah.
I don't want to see that. That's dumb. I like those characters. Don't make that. Stupid.
Fuckers.
Yeah, no, he's a bad guy all of a sudden. It's dumb.
Who is it?
Rhodey.
Oh.
Yeah. Whole time.
And paralyzed?
No, that's supposed to no, seriously, that's supposed to be how you know that he's not who he is because he's not wearing like the legs.
Oh.
The Iron Man legs. That was supposed to be like the tell. I'm like, well, if you don't really fucking pay attention, you're not really sure that he's not wearing that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like like fucking Robert Downey Jr. had a watch and it turned into an Iron Man suit. Like you know what I mean?
That was the other thing, too, of like, man, they got really fucking deep into his technology.
Yeah.
It was like, it was a suit, then it was a suitcase, and it's just fucking a watch.
Yeah. Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, I just got to touch this thing.
Nanobot technology.
Yeah, it just like, forms my body. Yeah.
I don't feel like all those little bots could fit in that fucking watch.
Nope, I don't think so.
A lot of steel came out of that.
You are all steel, man. How are you? Yeah. I don't get that. I don't get that at all.
And I'm going with steel because that's not iron.
No,
I've seen iron.
You can't fly. You can't fly with a whole body suit of iron.
Full of iron?
No.
Are you fucking crazy?
No. You're heavy.
Yeah.
Too heavy.
Be a little hefty even for that technology that doesn't exist to fly you around.
You'd be walking around like,
you little bitch boy.
Fucking watches dragging. God, this iron watch sucks. Shoulder sore. It's heavy watch.
Why don't you swing your arms when you walk? I fucking can't. It fucking keeps coming out of socket. Too heavy.
Too heavy.
I tried jerking off the other day. It crushed a testicle.
Yeah, so that was the only thing I didn't like. I was like, all right, so, and then, but they don't tell you, like, when he got taken over by a scroll.
Yeah.
Because they kill you.
Well, that's the other thing. Like, I don't even know that he's going to be in any of the future movies.
Yeah, because, I mean, there's 1 or 2 more episodes left. Like, they probably kill him. Because you can't have, like, because he's a bad guy. Yeah. He's a bad scroll. I don't know. Scroll, I just think of, like, the papers and stuff that you write out.
Is the other one the Krill?
No, it's all scrolls.
Is it all scrolls?
It's all scrolls.
Getting one blue and one green?
No, they're all green.
Are they?
Yeah.
I don't remember. I only watched Captain Marvel once.
Yeah, so did I, but they're all, in these episodes, they're all green.
But
there's a super scroll.
Nice. He's a big cock. Is that what it is? Is that why he's the captain?
No, he's got the biggest green penis here.
That was I'd forgot about this line. Did you ever watch that King of Tulsa or whatever with Sylvester Stallone?
Yeah.
It just popped up on TikTok, that scene where he comes out of the airport and that fucking grasshopper flies and he just goes, "Jesus, that thing's bigger than my cock." Yeah. It's like those religious people. He goes, "I'm just kidding. I'm actually kind of hung."
Yeah.
Or well endowed. Or I'm more well endowed than that. I'm like, but just wait. Because you're not used to Sylvester Stallone saying cock.
That. Yeah.
He's like, that thing's bigger than my cock.
Yeah. That's funny. You're telling me Sylvester Stallone's not on steroids?
Oh, yeah.
This guy's 70.
He's admitted it.
Yes.
He's like, oh yeah, I just did a bunch of HGH and stuff to get ready for this last Rocky. I mean,
yeah, you're huge, dude. Like you are. Oh, you're like even King of Tulsa. He's like 68 or 70 in the movie.
In the show.
Yeah, exactly.
That's one of my favorite parts.
Yeah, she's like, what are you like?
How old are you? He's like more like 70.
70.
Ah, fuck.
Yeah. Fucked my grandpa.
That first episode, like banging that girl, her finding out how old he is, and then like immediately finding out that this guy came to town. Ah, fuck.
Yeah.
I assume there's getting a second season of that.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Dude, I seen Reacher season 2.
Yeah, not till
like
Christmas.
Around Christmas.
Yeah,
like,
not till Christmas.
I could have swore like 4 months ago you guys which I guess everybody's on strike now. So
yeah, but you figure it's done. Why the hell what are you waiting around for?
Yeah, feel like you need some content.
Yeah, let's go. I didn't finish. Did you finish the one with John Krasinski? I always say his name wrong.
Oh no, was they doing weeklies?
I don't know.
Now I was letting it build up a little bit. I haven't
finished the first episode. I started it and then had to leave.
So it was like they released like the first 2 or something like that, and then it was like so I was letting it build up a little bit. Because when I go to watch, I want to watch
it. Yeah.
If not, I'll just take a nap.
Yeah.
That's kind of how my life goes. I'm a big napper now these days. Now.
To work three shifts.
3 shifts at a fucking time. Like, what the fuck? That was when I fucking this. I think it was this morning. Whatever, the one guy works for me was saying something. I was like, it needs fucking snow. He's like, I don't say that, man. I like the summer. It's like, hey, fuck you, pal.
Yeah.
Like, I've had enough.
I've worked my ass off. Yeah. Can't wait for that first frost.
We are past the tournaments that we need to be past. Fuck that.
Frost now.
Yep. Go ahead, bring us the sun still up to almost 9. Get that the fuck out of here. tired of that shit.
Yeah. It is, though, like right around this time of the year, it's like, okay, I'm done. I'm ready to be done now.
I'm done with it.
Yep.
I'm like, okay.
Ready to be done. When's that sun? It doesn't matter for you, but I remember working out at the course, like, and I really like it when in like August when the sun doesn't rise till like 7:30 because I can't do anything yet.
Yeah, that's... Which I don't know. What they decide on the... Are they still doing time changes, or did they pass that to where that doesn't exist anymore?
I don't know.
I feel like
we're not doing them anymore. Like it's going to stay this way.
The time now is just the time.
Forever, yeah. Yep.
So it's basically going to be dark in the mornings then.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, well, nice. It'd be lighter out longer. Okay, it'll be 6.
Yeah.
That's opposed to 5.
Yeah.
Those little bastards needing the fucking school bus. Hey, it's December. Sun doesn't come out. You stand out there at fucking 7 o'clock.
Dude, we had a bus driver miss a kid.
I was trying to hit it.
No, that's a good one. No, she's like, I didn't. She's like, it was dark. And she goes, "It's my first stop too." Yeah, drove right by him. So she was like late coming in.
Yeah,
and I was like, "What?" She goes, "I missed my first 2 kids." She's like, they were standing there too. Like yeah.
Wait, that feeling you gotta have as a kid, the fucking bus just blows by.
Right by. Yeah.
Apparently, I'm not going to school today.
Yeah, she's like, I had to circle back and go back and get him. There was one bus driver. So we have a high school comes, and then like an hour or 2 later, the elementary comes, and she when they come to the stop sign right past the school for her high school route, she turns left. For her elementary route, she turns right. I guess for the high school route, she turned right, and she's like, did something happen? Did we get delayed? Like, there's nobody out for the route. Like, she's like, I was like almost halfway through my route, and they're like, there are no kids coming to school today. And so she radios one of the other bus drivers. She's like, hey, did we get a delay? And they're like, no, why? And she's like, because I don't have anybody at my stop. And she goes, oh, Jesus, fuck. I went the wrong way. And I got off the radio.
Like everybody's just waiting.
Yeah. And she ended up being like a half hour late. The kid's like a half hour late to school.
That's awesome if you're a kid.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The bad part is, high school, so kids start to drive. Not every bus is full. Like she had a full, like all 25 seats were covered in her bus. I was like, that's funny.
That's the funny thing of how you guys do it with high schoolers then elementary.
Yeah.
The other school over there is reversed.
Oh.
It's elementary then high school.
Really?
So obviously be working at the golf course, the bus is coming through.
Yeah.
It's like fucking 6 o'clock in the morning, freezing cold out, and there's like 4-year-olds waiting for the fucking bus. I'm like, I feel like your time should be different. Like all the kids that have to ride a bus and stand outside in the fucking snow, maybe shouldn't be doing that at 6 o'clock in the morning. Yeah. First of all, and also the school is not that far away. Why the fuck are you picking them up so early?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh.
This is a good sports show.
Yeah, it is. It is. Talk about everything today.
Ain't no fucking sports happening.
Hell no. We'll get into more of our picks and stuff
Open
later.
Championships going on.
Oh, Harmon is in the lead by
blowing
5
everybody
strokes.
out.
Yeah.
Justin Thomas looking good. He's 12 over.
What the heck? Did he forget how to play golf?
Fucking Dustin Johnson, obviously missing the cut, get beat by fucking John Daly. He's like 16 over.
Jesus God.
I hope Rory loses so bad. I hate that fucking guy.
Yeah, me too.
I'm so tired of hearing him talk.
Yeah.
I hate Liv. I just hate Liv. Fuck you.
Yeah, fuck you.
I mean,
fuck you, dude.
Won the Scottish Open. Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh. Big baller. Ooh.
Well, Scheffler just snuck in on the cut, too.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. +3.
That is nice on weekends. You know, I get off of work or whatever in the morning that it's about when the leaders are teeing off.
Yeah.
It's like, that's kind of nice.
Yeah, it's way
better
than...
But if that Harmon's running away with it, I just won't watch it because I don't know who he is. He hadn't won anything since 2017.
Yeah.
Like the fucking John Deere Classic that nobody plays in except fucking...
The people who need their card.
It's mostly the guys that are on crutches.
Yeah.
Hey, nobody's watching this. Can we just take golf carts this week?
Yeah. We wear shorts.
Yeah. I hate it when, like... Because I like the Open.
Mm-hmm.
But when it's somebody you don't know and they catch a big lead of like, I don't...
He could very well just fuck it up
like
tomorrow.
He'll fall. Like,
yeah. Like, I don't see him keeping this big, strong lead that he's got.
Honestly, it'd be funny if he ended up at like fucking 20 under.
Oh, yeah.
And like second place. They'd be like, well, Rory finished second again at, 16 shots behind the leader.
Yeah.
Because like Jordan Spieth is, take that guy out and Jordan Spieth's in the tournament. He's top 10 and he's fucking 9 shots back or whatever.
Exactly.
I don't know if I like him either.
Spieth?
Yeah.
I don't mind him.
He's just like a wet napkin.
Yeah.
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 It's like it's okay, but
yeah, I don't mind him. Actually, I like him a lot more when I watched the Netflix.
The full swing thing.
The full swing thing. Because him and Justin Thomas seemed very personable.
Yeah.
And, just kind of goofy and everyday guys. And there's some people in there like, man, I knew I didn't like you and now I really don't like you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like I'd have a problem with Ricky Fowler too. Like he looks very smackable.
Yeah, he does.
But backhand smack.
Oh, really disrespectful.
Yeah,
okay.
Like a British fuck you. I mean, I don't know where that came from, but you just imagine slap something in the back of your head and go, fuck yeah.
Hopefully in a better British accent.
That wasn't even, I wasn't even supposed to be anything British.
Okay.
I just said, fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Actually, that was it started with like obviously it was no accent, but it's off. Have you ever watched that Mike Myers movie? The, Think I Married an Axe Murderer?
No.
It was because he obviously plays multiple parts and everything.
Yeah.
But he plays his dad and he's Scottish. And then like they have this whole thing and then he meets this girl and he's like, oh, I studied Scottish karate.
Mm-hmm.
It's a bunch of headbutts and kicking people while they're down. It's called fuck you. But it just is always stuck in my mind.
A lot of headbutts and kicking people while they're down.
Like he brings her over to meet his parents and obviously he's playing his father.
Mm-hmm.
And then like I don't know if it's his brother or whatever, but they're watching TV. And the kid he's got kind of a fro. And he, as the father, just an old Mike Myers, he just goes, Heath, move your melon. He's like, and then like his mom starts showing his girlfriend pictures. And his dad just turns and goes, show her the picture when Charlie shit his pants at Niagara Falls. What the fuck?
That's funny.
That was a good, that was early Mike Myers. He was probably right after Wayne's World.
Oh, okay. So right
like
after
when the first movie,
Yeah.
Obviously before Shrek or anything like that, Austin Powers. Boy, he's had a fucking career too.
Mm-hmm.
That show on Netflix was a flop. That thing fucking sucked.
Yeah, it was
should have been
bad.
I was excited for that. I was like, this is gonna be fun.
Yeah,
it's gonna be like an Austin Powers kind of. This is gonna be funny.
And it was bad.
It's terrible.
It was horrible. I watched one episode. I was like, I'm not watching anymore.
Yeah,
this was bad.
It's kind of like that other one where they tried that superhero one, that fucking Jupiter's fucking. It's like, what the fuck is this?
This is awful. Just
and then
awful.
like it gets canceled, and they're like, oh, I can't believe they canceled that show. It's like, did you watch it?
Yeah,
I mean, it was.
I'm surprised they made it.
I can't believe they didn't just pull it off the fucking service.
Yeah,
like we got to bring this back.
Yeah, that was awful.
It's like when people bitch, like they filmed that Batgirl movie and then they never released it.
Yeah,
and they're like, well, it's just because they're trying to hold that woman down. Or it's like, no, I'm sure. I think the movie is so fucking bad it would ruin that girl's career.
Probably.
That it was like, you'll never get another job.
Oh, I could imagine. Duh.
Could you imagine though? Like you spend $50 million making a movie that's so fucking bad you can't even put it out. Like burn that fucking tape.
Yeah.
So we don't have tapes anymore. That computer, fucking drill it, throw it in the microwave, fucking everything.
Destroy it. Whatever content this shit is.
So fucking bad.
Destroy it. Speaking of so fucking bad, they said The Flash isn't going to break the Green Lantern in sales, theater sales.
I find that hard to believe.
That's what the reports are.
Because Green Lantern was a massive flop.
Yeah.
I didn't even think it made $100 million.
Seriously, that's the report I read. I don't know how much.
Well, I didn't assume you were lying to me, but
I'm glad you don't assume that. I'm going to start lying now.
But maybe that was back when I guess people went to movies, so it might have taken a week before everybody realized how bad it was.
Bad it was, yeah. Yeah, I knew it wasn't good.
It did $220 million at the box office. The budget of $200 million.
Gotcha.
Just think about that, a massive flop back in those days. $220 million flop. That was I remember watching an actor. He was talking about being on a TV show back when it still only had like 3 channels. So it was just ABC, NBC, and CBS. He's talking about in like whatever the rankings or whatever. He's like, yeah, we were just terrible show. We were like 18th every week.
Yeah.
And viewers. And he's like, He goes, I mean, we still got 18 million viewers a show.
Uh-huh.
And that was ranked 18th.
18th, wow.
And the guy interviewing was like, what the fuck? He's like, well, there was only 3 channels.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So had a lot of people. So even the shitty shows were doing more views
than,
because I think that was what they were talking about. Because like at that point of the interview, like Big Bang Theory was still on. That was like number 1. They averaged like 10 million, number 1. He was an 18th ranked show. Like they're going to cancel you and work because you're only getting 18 million.
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, when you got 3 channels, though, yeah, you got to watch something.
I was trying to think about that, man. Like when ESPN became a thing, like where you could have it at your house.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, obviously you could always have it at your house, but it wasn't part. It was an add-on, and then it just kind of became in the cable package.
Yeah.
I was like, that was a big deal.
Mm-hmm. I remember now as a kid when the NFL network came and was only on certain things. I loved that because it was just strictly the NFL.
Yeah.
Everything was only, don't get me wrong, some of it was boring. Like the NFL Total Ag, the everyday shows, like you can only talk about so much in the off season, but like they would have all the training, like they had a lot more stuff when it first started than they do now. Now it's a lot of like reruns and things like that, but like they would have everybody at training camp. They'd show you the training camps. I'm like, oh, this is really cool. Like I get to see like the inside of like the training camps and everything. And
like, is there a more iconic voiceover person?
Oh,
I can't remember the guy's name, the original NFL Films guy.
Steve Sable?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, just like when you think about all I understand like the In a World guy and stuff like that. Yeah. But I'm talking about like narration voiceover, not just movie trailer stuff of good. Like,
it just sounds
like it's football. It sounds like football.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good.
Of just,
Yeah, he sounds fantastic. Hell, even the dude, the Liv Schreiber who does
he's phenomenal.
He does a great job.
He sounds like an 85-year-old man that smokes Marlboros.
He does, but it sounds so. I didn't know it was him until the credits. Like it just didn't sound.
Yeah, because the fact that NFL Films hadn't hired him, I don't understand.
Yeah,
I understand he's HBO Sports, but it's like he could probably do that both. Too.
Yeah.
He he does it at his house.
Yeah,
you just send the script.
Yeah, I don't have to watch the show and commentate.
But it's just like it's hard watching NFL film stuff that's not
that voice,
an old one or Schreiber. It's just like
doesn't sound right.
It's not how it's supposed to sound.
Yeah,
like you get these newer ones, and I remember listening to the guy from NFL Films talk about that. It was like we're always looking for voices, and we're not. So the way it is now, we don't have to look for those voices because we can just, it's just a sign of the times that things change, and this voice is good. Like, yeah, but you're NFL Films.
Yeah, you need a voice. Like, yeah.
I remember, I think I seen an interview with Liev Schreiber talking about that of like, he sounded like that, like he was doing voiceover shit when he first came to Hollywood. Like he's like 25 years old.
Sounding like
that.
That's cool.
Because I think it was like the first time HBO met with him because he was doing something for PBS and they heard the voice. They wanted to meet the guy. Mm-hmm. They said like when he walked into the room, it was like your dad, the guy that does that? No, it's me.
It's me.
Like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I'm Cotton Weary.
Yeah. But
yeah,
just the way the guy, like the whole Raider, like he reads the Raiders poem or whatever, and then obviously the frozen tundra at Lambeau Field. On the frozen tundra.
Yeah,
it
was good.
Jesus Christ. NFL Films pretty fucking good at what they do.
Yeah. Well, the NFL Network used to do the every Super Bowl Sunday, they would go through and do like the hour special on every Super Bowl that they had.
Yeah.
And I was like, it was so freaking cool to watch, like start to finish. And then it would lead, they obviously timed it up right. It would lead right into like the pregame stuff. I was like, man, that's a good Sunday. As a kid, I was like, yeah, this is cool.
You just watch the Bengals losing them.
Yeah. I watched Denver lose 5 of them. So
you see 3 wins.
And just get, not 2 wins. Saw 2 wins. And then but the other ones, when I was a kid, they only had 1, 2.
Yeah, they didn't. Yeah,
they didn't win.
Forget about that. Sorry, man. Sorry, man.
Sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry, man.
It's okay. It's okay.
Sorry.
They've been to 9, but they've only won 3.
At least you've won 1, been to 3.
Yeah.
That would have been that was kind of, I think I remember talking about that of like, obviously the Bengals get beat by the Rams, but being scared of that they were going to face San Francisco. It was like, if we lose for a third fucking time in my lifetime to the San Francisco 49ers.
I hate them. When I was, as a kid, like I knew Denver was good in the past, obviously, because, I know a little bit about the history. But like when we get to a Super Bowl, we fucking lose in the Super Bowl. Like it's not a close game.
Yeah.
Like, they got beat. The Niners beat them like 40-something to 10. The Giants beat them like 55 to 10. I mean, obviously Seattle beat the shit out of them. It was like the other one, like it's not even close.
I remember as a kid, like there was a run of Super Bowls that were just fucking, like the games were terrible.
Yeah.
It'd be like fucking 20 point of like, and like instantly though, of like,
oh yeah,
game's over.
Yeah. Yeah, it was.
And then they, started getting better, but
yeah.
I can't remember what it was. I was going to have a question for you. It was I was sculpting a would you do it?
Yeah.
Kind of, and it had to do with like the Broncos. And I can't remember what it was. Like it was something to do with the Chiefs or whatever. Would you root for it if this happened or whatever? Of like,
it's tough.
I was trying to think up would you rathers.
It would be tough for me to do anything because, well, hell, 2-year-old, we were talking about football, and I asked him, I said, who are you going to root for? And he said, the Broncos. And I said, yeah. And then Molly pretends to be a Bengals fan, even though I don't think she only knows fucking Joe Burrow. And,
well, most women do.
Yeah. And he was like, she said something about the Bengals, and he went, oh, I like the Bengals too. And I was like, okay. I was like, you can pick any team you want except the Chargers, Raiders, and Chiefs. Those are the only
I'm going to tell you right now, your youngest going to be a Chiefs fan.
Probably.
I don't know. He's got that look.
Yeah.
He's got that look of like.
I hate the Chiefs the least because they've had. Denver, I mean, they've just had the number of the last 8, 9. I mean, they're 4
on a run.
Yeah. Denver's 0-15 against them the last 15 times they played. Okay, so
crazy.
that
is crazy.
Yeah. Oh, it's unbelievable. But the Chiefs were always the worst. Them and the Raiders were always, when I was growing up, were always the 2 worst teams in the division.
Yeah.
Because Phillip Rivers and LT, Antonio Gates would just fucking dominate everybody. So the Chargers are the worst. The Raiders are next because they've always talked shit and they always fucking suck. Yeah. And then the Chiefs, it's like, okay, they're just really good. Like I don't have anything. But if the fucking Chargers, I hate the fucking Chargers.
Well, I hate it now too. Of like, fucking do something before you. I mean, they crown a lot of people in this league of like, hey, do something first.
Yeah.
Because it's always that. Like, and it's not like anything against Josh Allen or anything, but like
win some.
Well, that was like Boston Connor's always on. Like, it was like, I mean the Bills have won the last 3 Super Bowls. Obviously, if you listen to this, they're the greatest team that's ever existed. And it's true. That's all they talk about. Of like,
sure.
Like Patrick Mahomes, still guy.
Yeah.
But like the Bengals beat the fuck out of you last time. I mean, that game was over in the first quarter.
The Miami Dolphins took you to the wire with the 3rd string quarterback.
I can't even tell you the guy's name.
No. He's probably not even on the roster right now.
I can't imagine he is.
No. Yeah, so just easy does it there.
They push it, man.
Yeah, they do.
I tell you what, I think the Titans all of a sudden, like, feel like they win that division now.
Yeah, I have that.
Isn't it amazing? Like, you just drop in Hopkins like that and go, with their running game and a guy to throw to.
Yeah.
I feel like, it's because the division-wise.
Yeah, it's not very good. But
Jaguars, I think, are good. But
yeah, but you look at when they were good, they had a receiver.
Yeah.
They had A.J. Brown.
We don't need much of a threat. Just keep your safeties back.
That's it. That's it. We just need to keep only like 5 in the box.
Yeah.
5 to 6 in the box, and we're fine. But no, I think it was a good addition for them.
Wish I could think of that fucking
question.
I came up with one for some females.
Oh.
That I think is a good one.
Okay. Like to ask a female or about it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You're going to ask.
Not a would you rather.
Ask my wife when we get out there?
No. Well, I don't. You'd have to know of like who they're like. Is it Brad Pitt or is it like who's your guy?
Who's your guy?
And it was like, nah, obviously, it's more of a, okay, Brad Pitt is going to rail your brains out.
Mm-hmm.
But you know that he contracted AIDS. Are you still going to roll the dice?
You got to roll the dice.
It's Brad Pitt, but he's got AIDS.
Do that to her when we go out there, but put Burrow in as the guy.
Oh, is she that into Joe Burrow?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Like, I think she has to change her underwear after a game. Like, I think that's, yeah. No, I for sure think that's a good one to use for her.
But I just like that if you're like, yeah.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, the chances of.
Yeah, I mean, they make medicine with today's technology and my high level of income.
My favorite Easy had AIDS. Just to put that on a fucking sleep mask. The thought for that's why he is so far superior to what like Bird is.
Yeah.
Because that thought process to even fucking do that.
Yeah.
I mean.
Yeah. Funny. Yeah. It is. Well, that's a good one. Easy.
It's just like, I'm just saying it in the fact. I mean, everybody got like he got some heat for that. Of like, well, it's not.
Dude,
I mean,
I'm not making fun of him. He just
they made a movie about it. He died at the end.
He died. Yeah, I watched it. It was good.
He just got the tape for Bone Thugs and Harmony while he was on his deathbed. The first of the month.
Yeah.
God, when Bone came out, man, that was
good shit.
Oh my God. From Cleveland.
Yeah.
High strong.
High strong.
First album, High Strong.
First rap R&B album. You came out with an accent.
I feel like I could make a T-shirt that says Ohio Strong because there's a lot of Ohio-based T-shirt companies, man.
God.
It is fucking crazy.
Yeah, there are.
High Strong.
High Strong.
Not even put the O at the beginning, just Hi-O.
Hi-O Strong.
Hi-O Strong.
Hi-O Strong. A good one.
Just thinking of fucking concert like fucking Busy Bone just going high strong.
Getting everybody to rally around him.
Fuck. Yeah, we should end this fucking disaster.
All righty.
All right.
WideSide.